No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
If I pull that off, will you die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
We ready to roll?
I was goddamn born ready.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Yeah, no shit.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Well, they should be here, I think.
I told you, shouldn't have fucked the fucking squid.
Kelly Harris.
Tell him Kelly eats Band-Aids. If there's any gang you want to be with, it's MDK. It's all about fucking hugs.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
You know what I was thinking, though, is you're a cracker-ass bitch.
This is some unprecedented shit. Like, no one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire. Your dick's so hot.
Like, this could never air today.
It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
What's that in the intro?
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
Jose's like, are we live?
Let's goddamn do it.
I'm waiting on you guys. What is going on, everybody? Today's Tuesday, July 21st, 2020, and this is episode number 521 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we've got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Animal in the streets and Fozzie in the sheets.
Jose Guzman.
Hey, man, that looks fun. Can I help?
Kelly Harris.
Lee, I bought that Gundam.
Oh, yeah, you did. I'm very happy for you. Like, I looked around, I'm like, there's no fucking way I can put that thing. So, I'm going to live vicariously through you on that one, Kelly.
Nice.
And Mahoney is here. What's up, Mahoney?
Hey, if somebody asks you about Ghislaine, don't wish her well.
No, generally speaking, be like, I don't know that bitch.
Yeah.
He's
Don't
so
be like,
good.
hope she's doing okay.
He's so good at saying that he doesn't know people.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to be clear. This one, I know. Big fan.
The lady watched, I guess they did like a NBC update. They did their own little half-hour version, which had everybody that was on the Netflix show talking and kind of rehashed what they went over on Netflix, but a little bit more. The chick's sister actually did the
What Netflix show, Jose?
Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich.
There you go.
Yeah.
Context. There you go.
You were talking that it had the sister?
You derailed him, Lee.
Sorry.
Yeah, he
sorry.
fucking threw me
I was
off the
trying to make sure
goddamn
everybody was
train.
on the same page. That's
I didn't
all.
know
Yeah.
what show we were talking about either.
Yeah, I had
Well,
no idea what
the-
you were talking about.
You threw me off.
Obviously, I knew.
Now I forget why it's done. Oh, yeah. They don't know. When they asked if they knew that chick that was on the plane like 20 times, and he was like, can you spell that? Katie? Can you spell that for me, please?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You threw my slowly. You shook me. Goddamn.
Sorry. I was trying to make sure that everybody knew what was happening.
Fucking broke his damn ankles, Lee.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh man. So I had a big day on Saturday. I got to say a bunch of things to anti-masker's face that I wanted to say ever since this whole thing started. That was kind of neat.
Oh, nice.
Went to a kid's birthday party, a friend of my wife's very best friend. And I'm like, oh man, because like there's gonna be a bunch of Republicans there, and that's gonna be real uncomfortable. I don't know these motherfuckers, so I packed a mask. These are strangers. I don't know what the hell's going on. So it was outside, so I just kind of sat in the corner by myself and played my Switch like a big boy. While they did their thing, and watched these two twats talk about how dumb the masks are and how they printed one of those dumb twat cards that says they don't have to wear the mask or prove why they don't have to wear the mask because of a breathing condition. How funny is that? And then one of those twats then put his 5-year-old kid in like a full-on life vest with a built-in arm floaties to get into a 30-inch deep pool. And like not once did they ask this kid about his freedoms or how he felt about it. And the only way that kid was gonna drown in that pool is if he was suicidal, because like, that kid was gonna be okay, but he was running around with this big dumb fucking thing on, in no danger at all. Fucking whatever. Then about an hour later, I shut the other twat down with some logic. After he was gonna start with what I can only imagine was gonna be a barrage of bullshit. When he started off with, "No, I don't want to get all tinfoil hat," and I said, "I'm gonna stop you right there, man." Like, cause like. Look,
That's
dude,
exactly what you're gonna get.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to tell you, man. Like, it's fucking real. My grandpa died from it. One of my good friends has it right now. Like, this shit's real. Like, so, like, don't start. Like, just please don't start with that shit. And he goes, "Your grandfather died." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, did he have any pre-existing conditions?" I go, "Yeah, he was 83. Like, that was his biggest pre-existing condition, was being 83. But like, cancer didn't kill him, and a stroke didn't kill him. But this thing killed him. And had he, like, you know, been at home or like not gone to a crowded place with a bunch of motherfuckers not wearing masks, like he would be alive. Like, would he have died before me? For sure. Am I saying it was some kind of great tragedy that an 83-year-old man died? No. Like, shit happens, but like he would be alive if he had done what he was supposed to do. And he kind of looks at me dumbfounded for a second. And I said, and you know, bottom line, like, if I'm wrong, you're uncomfortable and your face gets hot and you get sweaty. Meh. But like, if you're wrong, people die, and we never get our lives back to normal. And you know, with those stakes, I'm okay with being wrong, and apparently so are you, and that's the fucking problem. And he walked away and never spoke to me again.
Love it. You fucking legend.
Like, what a piece of shit. Like, don't hit me with the pre-existing conditions. I started with the conversation with my grandfather died. Yeah, he's fucking old, you dummy.
Yeah, he had a
Your
pre-existing
grandfather,
condition.
how old was he? 26?
He had a pre-existing condition that he was religious.
Yeah, that was yeah. His pre-existing condition was Hispanic and Catholic.
Yeah,
like that was his downfall. Not the stroke, not the cancer. No, Catholicism.
if you were any other man, I would say squeeze out a little waterworks while you're telling the story.
Oh God, yeah.
Nah, I was too fired up. It's just so fucking dumb.
I don't fucking cry.
It's not like, you know, if I was talking about when Yondu died in Guardians 2, I would have. Devastating. It was devastating.
If Yondu would have just wore a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my grandfather, you know, we only had one mask between us, and he said, "Here you go, grandson. You take the mask.
He gave
I'll
it to
be
me.
fine."
He was like, "I'm Mary Poppins." No. He was like, "Soy Mary Poppins."
That's a fucking shirt right there.
Yeah, that's a shirt. Soy Mary Poppins, y'all.
Maria Poppins.
Yeah, Soy Maria Poppins. It's fucking ridiculous. You know, our local governments here are bullshit. Like, no one wants to mandate the fucking mask, but like all the businesses are, so that's a good thing. Like, you know, the Walmarts and the grocery stores, like everyone's doing, like all the companies are doing it. You know, that's where most of the people are. So that's a positive thing. You know, I just had a moment the other day where I'm like, oh, cool. So, you know, like the mayors and the governors aren't stepping up, and they're not gonna, you know, do what needs to be done. But, you know, we're gonna put all that on Kevin in Lawn and Garden. He's on the fucking case.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Oh, poor
Fucking
Kelly.
nonsense.
Kelly, you need one of those collapsible batons.
But here's the thing.
I want one of those.
That would be cool.
Dude, I have
I
two
would-
of them somewhere.
I'd never even use it. I'd just do the
Yes.
thing.
Oh, it's so fulfilling.
Yeah. And it wouldn't even be like, I'm going to beat your ass. It'd be like, hey, where's my water? Oh, wait. There it is. It would just be to like point shit out.
Like a gopher grabber, but it doesn't actually grab.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, our local grocery store that me and Mary use made a statement that they weren't going to require masks because, you know, at first I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. But then they're like, we don't want our employees to have to get into confrontations with customers. you know what?
Which is not a horrible stance.
It's not.
You know,
Yeah, no, if you're gonna take that stance, I respect it.
And they're like, you know what should happen? It should be a state or federal mandate. Stop leaving it up to us.
Yeah.
That's the way. Yeah.
At Disney, so Disney's been open for, 2 weeks now. They recently had to close a loophole in their mask rules because obviously you can't eat or drink while you're wearing a mask. So they say if you're eating or drinking, you don't have to have your mask on. But as soon as you're done, put your mask back on. So motherfuckers are just walking around the park holding a bottle of water with no mask. Because
I'm eating.
Yeah, I'm drinking. I got a bottle of water.
That's the Ted Cruz approach.
Yeah.
That's what he did on that airplane.
Yeah. So
Got
they
himself
said
a tiny cup of coffee and kept his mask off for 3 hours.
They said if you're eating or drinking, you have to be stationary.
Good.
Stand still, Chet.
Stand still and yell inside your heart.
Shut it down, Chet.
Already done.
Fucking garbage.
Way ahead of you, fam.
Oh my god. So yeah. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. We watched The Old Guard on Netflix. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I watched that last night.
That's
I like that a lot. That's pretty cool.
Charlize.
Yeah. Charlize Theron and a cast of mostly otherwise unknowns, except for dude who was Mordo. I can't ever pronounce the name because it's very hard to say. He was one of the bad guys in it, and a very wildly diverse cast and really kick-ass action set pieces. Like, it was good. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It was very good. And last thing I want to mention real quick is, the kids are getting ready to go back to school. Kind of very complicated feelings about that. But I'm using it as an out because I have 2 YouTube scenarios right now with the youngest. So one, there's the YouTube in the dining room, the TV in the dining room, which is not logged into anything. And that, registered algorithm just feeds bullshit, cunty kids playing video games into it. Like this prick Dalen and Dalen's Funhouse and his shitty family are all over the TV down there, and I hate it. And then there's the YouTube Kids app, which is on this tablet, which is, for babies and Tik Toks. It's just like, it's none of that shit's age appropriate anymore, and it's creepy as shit, and it's a bunch of other cunty families doing other things, and creepy grown ass adults opening surprise eggs. Which, boy, do I hate that! It makes me very uncomfortable physically. Like, it makes me feel gross inside watching it. It's not okay, and I'm sick to fucking death of it. So I'm like, all right, if I gotta pick one of the two, the kids' YouTube's got to go. Like, that's the one that I hate the most. Like, it freaks me out. I don't like the same generic bullshit, ting ting fucking music in the background they use in all those damn things. I hate it with a
Get your fucking ting ting songs out of here.
real passion. I fucking hate it. So I told the kid the other day, and I said, "Oh man, only got a couple weeks, so you go to first grade." He's like, "Yeah." Like, you really excited about that? He goes, "Yeah." You ready to go back to school? He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Oh, I meant to tell you, they're going to put out an update soon on the YouTube Kids that it doesn't work for first graders anymore. It's going to disappear off all the first graders' tablets." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, yeah. So, like, once hit that first grade, it's going to be gone. So no more Ryan or Creepy Boy at
that, or he boycotts first grade.
Oh my God, that would be horrible.
He's gonna say, "No, Dad, I never go to school again."
We're going to stay home all day together, Dad.
Well, we've been doing that for the past 4
YouTube.
months. It's just life now. But I told Nicole, and she's like, "You're not." I go, "Oh, bet me I won't." Like, you don't tell me I won't. That's an easy thing to do, and that makes everyone's life better. Even his. He doesn't know it yet. Like, it's over with that fucking nonsense. So we're counting down the days when there's no more Ryan in this house, and I'm very excited about it.
You do know that Ryan is on regular YouTube too, right?
The algorithm has yet to feed it, and he doesn't search for shit. So I got some
All
time at
right.
the very least.
See that? As long as he's not searching, that's where you got it.
Yeah.
How long
Once you
until?
start searching, you're fucked.
Yeah. How long until
He just
his
opens up
algorithm
and, like,
looks like Jose's?
Yeah, he just opens it up and whatever whatever recommended
He'll
bullshit
come
that
in
he
and tell
hits.
you that fucking his teacher's a clone.
He just starts drawing triangles on everything.
Look, it all makes sense. Just scribbled notes in this coloring book. Hey man, the truth is out there.
I'm very cautiously optimistic about this plan. I think it's gonna work. Feel good about
That's a
it.
good idea. One of Katie's favorite YouTube channels is Mom Hacks. So she'll be like, there's a better way to do that if I'm, doing dishes or making dinner. I'm like, okay, thank you, 8-year-old.
But like, I mean, is it legit? Did she help you out with some shit?
Occasionally, yeah. I can't think of any examples, but
I mean, I'll take a tip once in a while. I mean, a good tip's a good tip.
just there's nothing quite as fun as when you're in the middle of a big long, just arduous task, and your 8-year-old's like, I saw on YouTube that it doesn't need to be that hard. You're like, okay, can't you go watch a surprise egg?
It's ridiculous. Fucking YouTube, you guys. It's killing us all. It's ruining the world.
Gotta get them all on TikTok.
By the way, smash that like button if you're watching us on YouTube right now.
Well,
Speaking of fuck YouTube,
the YouTube stream.
check out our YouTube channel.
The YouTube stream's currently taking a shit, so that's super cool. Thanks, YouTube.
That sounds about right.
They knew we
probably
were
are
talking
listening.
about it.
They heard me
Yeah, they're
talking
like, fuck
shit.
off.
They're like, oh, don't like YouTube, do you? All right, cool. Surprise egg, motherfucker.
It's funny how much you hate those, because my reaction to those has been, man, Nice needs to get in on this surprise eggs money. Like, he loves toys. He's got a cool voice. Like, you should open toys for children. Then Lee's like, those people are creepy. They creep me out. I have a physical reaction to them.
What I don't like about it is how I just don't like the insincerity and like disingenuous nature of it all. Like it would be kind of different if like it was Nias, I guess, because like Nias does have a certain level of enthusiasm about toys and shit, and that's fine. But it's just some dead tone. Oh, what's in this one? Oh, this one's got a Batman, and he's gonna fight Aquaman.
And
And then
What
they look
they'll
off
do-
camera. Is that right, Mom?
what they do all the time is they'll be like, this one's got a Batman, and he's going to fight Aquaman, but it's Batman and the Flash. And then all the comments are people being like, that's not Aquaman, that's the Flash. And it's like, idiots, you fell for it.
Yeah.
You're commenting on the video to correct the mistake they made on purpose so that you would comment on the video.
Yeah, it's nefarious, and I don't like it. It's nefarious. Very salty. I apologize. Lots going on. The world sucks.
Well,
So much
Everything's
fucking
on fire, and I'm trying to hold on and clasp on to the few things I can control in this world.
I like the idea that someday Lee's going to be at a birthday party and like a YouTube mystery egg unboxer is going to just plop himself down next to him.
oh,
And Lee's just going to be like, oh boy, have I been waiting for this day.
All that being said, if you can find yourself in a position where you can just dunk on an anti-mask person, I highly recommend it. Like it is really rewarding.
I'm very proud of you for doing that.
And I'm not gonna say that my wife didn't specifically ask me not to do that before we left the house, because she kind of did that. But it's one thing when they're across the room. It's another when they're, I'm gonna say, about 6'1" away from you.
Yeah, and what about that dude's wife? Why didn't his wife tell him not to say shit?
Yeah. Well, because she sucks.
I'm betting that in that relationship, his wife doesn't get to tell him to do much of anything.
Yeah, probably. I stand by it. What's up, Nice? What's happening?
Not a whole lot that
Did
we
you get into an altercation with at a children's birthday party?
No, I don't think I haven't left the house since Thursday. Me and Jose hung out, and then I hit a couple targets, which was cool to see most, probably, I went to 2 different Targets, and I probably saw 3 people not wearing masks in the store.
I will say that even before
That's pretty
all the businesses are making you wear the mask, I am seeing a whole lot more now, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that Target's like, oh yeah, we're going to have a mask mandate, and it's going to start August 1st. And it's like, what?
Yeah. You know, when COVID gets real bad.
Yeah. The spike might be gone by then. Fuck.
And then they'll be like, "Oh, I guess we don't have to do it."
Yeah. But yeah,
That is
Target's the store embodiment of those people who, like, you're saying something and they wait for you to finish the sentence and then say the last word you said. Like, yeah, I was going to say that same thing too. Yeah, right, exactly.
not much else. I've been working on a few things. Can't really talk about them right now, but it's good to kind of open Photoshop again and kind of get my balls deep. But other than that, have you guys ever had Marco's Pizza?
Nope.
I've never heard of Marco's.
You've heard of Marco's Pizza. I've heard of
Marco's. No.
I've heard of Marco's Pizza. Mary says that we've gotten it once and it was underwhelming, but they've had commercials. I assume it was on Hulu or whatever where a commercial popped up. It was a commercial for, maybe it was during Dynamite. It was a commercial for Marco's Pizza. Let me show you the kind of marketing geniuses they have at Marco's Pizza these days.
Take a bite out of summer with Marco's. Try our delicious specialty pizzas, cooked at 450 degrees on golden crust or no crust in new specialty pizza bowls, $7.99 each. Order today at Marcos.com.
So my main takeaway from that commercial is the best thing that they got going for their pizza is that they cook it at 450 degrees. What?
You know what else cooks at 450 degrees? A Totino's party pizza.
Yeah. My oven goes to 400.
I was going to say, I don't know what else. Like, I have no idea what else cooks at 450 degrees because who fucking knows that?
That Marco's logo looking a lot like the Discord logo. Someone's gonna get sued.
And so they're like, not only do we cook our pizzas at 450 degrees, but also you can get this bowl of pizza ingredients if you're trying to cut carbs.
A bowl of toppings.
Yeah, it's just a bowl of sauce and cheese and vegetables. Enjoy. It caught me because usually when you see a commercial for a restaurant or specifically pizza, they're like, okay, here's our new shit. Here's our deals that we got going on. This is the best pizza. We got the best ingredients. And Marco's is like, preheat that bitch to 450, fam. We done.
Yeah, set your timer to 10 minutes. Sit back and enjoy.
So if you...
my only reaction to the 450 degrees... I think I have a delay. My only reaction to the 450 degrees was like, that sounds real hot. That sounds really warm. I think I'll burn my mouth.
They should have bragged about how they cook it at 420.
There you go. That'll sell some pizzas. Oh my
Next
God.
week it's we cook our pizza for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Right to you.
We will deliver your pizza in 90 minutes or less.
I have been enjoying all the weird, like, Papa John's now has contactless delivery. We don't touch your pizza once it's left the oven. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing to my pizza before?
Yeah.
Like, how much were you manhandling my pizza before this?
Hey, Jimmy, poke that crust. Make sure that's done.
Throwing it.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
I appreciate the contactless delivery, and now, like, at Taco Bell, if you go through the drive-thru, they close up your bag and put a sticker on it that says, hey, no one's fucked with this. It's like a safety seal. But what sucks is you can't get in there to check to make sure they got your order right.
it's also 8 feet from the end of the line to the window. Like, what was going to happen? Like, that's fucking stupid. That's dumb.
Hey, they're trying.
Oh, man, speaking of, I don't know if you saw this, Nice, but Taco Bell is fucking devastating the menu. taken.
Well, I mean, that's what they do now. Why? I mean,
like anything with a chip is gone. Like all the nachos, all the nacho shit, gone.
What the fuck?
All the potato products, gone.
Oh, Mary's gonna be so bummed. That's
like you can't get a nachos.
Her favorite is potato nachos.
I mean,
so weird.
It makes sense during COVID for them to be taking things off the menu, but they were taking things off the menu all the time prior to that. But I will.
Tropical Grill near us just took a bunch of shit off their menu. They took off my favorite thing.
Yeah,
did you eat there once when you came over? We had that, right?
Yeah,
yes.
I've done. Yeah. We had
yeah.
that
What I got the last time, gone.
Aw, damn. Yeah, Tony Deppen, a GCW wrestler, tweeted, "I'm gonna start a Taco Bell restaurant that just sells all the discontinued menu items." I'm like, sign me up. I'll take
that would work.
I will take 6 chili cheese burritos. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah. Nonsense. What you got going on, Jose?
Nothing much. Just been chilling, trying to find somebody to help do some things. You know, there's some cool things going on. I'm gonna walk by and help.
I mean, you gotta. You can't just walk by and see somebody in need and not help them.
You know, I'm a nice guy. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Not much. Just trying to recover. So the big thing, me and Nyes have been doing Deadwood.
Yeah, we're almost finished with season 1.
Oh yeah.
He came over for Deadwood, and also the day my inversion table came in.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. Felt great, easy setup.
Yeah, real solid.
Folds away nice, can put it away. Was all ready, did it. On my way up, it kind of, it's smooth. But it's also, if you don't completely get upright quick enough, there's a smooth wobble. And laying kind of with the bed horizontal in the air, wobbling up and down, kind of mimicked if you were standing on a boat in the deep sea. And
okay,
I had to get the fuck up because I got seasick. I got sweats, like a side effect that I did not take into consideration.
You got motion sickness in your living room.
Yeah. So, the upside down was fine.
Yeah, he got in it real easily and then went upside down very easily. He didn't seem to have any troubles. But then he's going to get back up. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to let you do this because what if someone else isn't here? You need to be able to do this on your own. So I'm like, okay, you get up on your own. So he was kind of tilting back and forth. And he finally gets up and he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I had the fucking sweats. I had to go in the bathroom for a little bit, throw some water on my face, open the toilet because for a second it felt like I was ready.
Oh, no.
I was like, this is going to happen.
Oh, that's awful.
So I fucking took a Dramamine and laid on my stomach on the floor for a little bit.
He curled up on the floor while we watched Deadwood because his tummy hurt.
The floor is his natural habitat now.
It's true.
Floor's where I live. In my house. Medicine. Yeah. The floor's a Band-Aid.
Everything but the floor is lava.
Kelly, don't eat my floor.
Kelly!
The couch is lava. The chair is lava. Oh shit, the toilet's lava. Oh, but the floor is safe. The floor is good.
The floor is Band-Aid.
The floor is safe.
Kelly, why are you eating the floor, Kelly?
Don't you know you're supposed to be walking on the floor?
You're supposed to walk on it, not eat it, Kelly.
What are you trying to walk away from eating the floor? So, 2 lessons learned. The inversion table feels great on my back. And I definitely need to do it. Like, me and the lady are going to have to just do it together. So I'll go on it, I'll go down, and then when I'm ready to flip up, she can just kind of flip me up. So there's no wobble.
Mahoney, remember where you're gonna put the bleeps in for that.
Oh, don't you worry.
As I'm saying it, I'm like, oh my god. So, do recommend, but now we know. So I'm gonna get some of those like the bands you can wear.
Yeah. The pressure point shit.
Yeah. See if I
Yeah,
put
the
that on a
band,
half an hour
yeah.
before and wear that and do it. Will that fuck with me?
Have you
Oh,
tried
I
it
took a
again?
drum-
Have you
What?
tried it again since?
No.
I felt
No.
so bad because I'm like, fucking get up, pussy, do it on your own. And then he immediately got sick, and I was like, I did this.
But we are gonna, because I was just telling her, I was like, I've been waiting to get Dramamine because the only Dramamine I had was drowsy. Well, we were gonna do it tonight, but I was like, well, if I take a Dramamine, I got the show. I'm gonna fucking want to go to bed. Peace. So I gotta get the band and some non-drowsy Dramamine. It's not going to be something I can just jump in and do. I gotta prep.
Yeah, but also we researched it because obviously it's a thing where people get motion
Yeah.
sickness on the inversion table, and it's just going to be a matter of practice. Doing it more will cause him to get motion
used
sick
to it.
less.
One day I'm just going to do it so much I'm going to like flow through me. I'm just going to sit on that thing and just throw up until I don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God.
That's going to be in the bleeped part too, Kelly.
All right, good.
Put that on a shirt. There's your shirt idea. Just a shirt that says "put that on the shirt."
You know, it's not the worst shirt design to just have the pop word bubble with famous pop sayings in them, like
Yeah.
Jose ranting about throwing up on his inversion table.
So I will have an update. I will jump back on that fucking horse and see if I can last more than 8 seconds. It's great though. It felt great. It felt
It's
great.
gonna be good,
Because-
man. Like it is. Once you get used to it, it's really good. You're gonna enjoy it.
You were so long.
Oh, I felt great.
There's so many fucking Mahoney. This is gold.
Felt so good.
Kelly's got a nosebleed over there.
God, I'm just thinking about the last week in pop bits.
Kelly, we haven't done Last Week in Pop in like 9 years.
I know. Next
No.
week, no,
Who's my-
next week, no talk. So next week is just going to be a last week in pop.
I'm gonna get that thing down.
Yeah, it's too good. It's too good of a setup to not perfect your technique on it.
Yeah,
You just keep-
gotta make sure to ease into it.
Yeah, keep rubbing it. It'll go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't
then
be tickling
once,
and nothing. I'm gonna get that fucking.
once you both get good at it, then you could do filthy shit on it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh God.
No, I'm not even trying that. F that.
What? No,
No,
upside
I'm trying
down.
to get better. Because now I'm at the. If I pull my back at work, I understand. When I pull my back cleaning the office, like what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
man,
completely. What?
We had a water slide on the 4th of July, and everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta go down the water slide." I said, "No." I'm like, "Come on!" And I said, "I pulled my back out for a week. I ruined a week of my life scooping mashed potatoes into a container for leftovers on Thanksgiving. So no, I'm not going to go down the fucking water slide." I feel you, Jose.
Yeah. Just normal day activities? Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
And then meanwhile, Lee's grappling another man.
I know that's coming. I know that's a thing. You know.
Lee, stop grappling that man.
Also, I'm not getting thrown any place. That I tend to.
That's true.
Yeah. No. I just smash motherfuckers. Real rusty right now, though. Real rusty.
Oof.
Can't get rusty at smashing.
You would think.
Sometimes you gotta smash that rust off.
What's going on, Kelly?
Nothing much. You guys want to catch me up on what you talked about while I was gone?
Nothing important.
Okay. All right. No, so we've got like a mask mandate in the city of Milwaukee, and so far, most people, pretty much everyone's been cool about it.
That's good.
Yeah. So the first day it went into effect, I was not there. But within an hour of them opening, I got a text from my boss telling me that someone already refused to wear it because of their religion. And she said, all right, cool. Don't come in here.
What possible religion?
It's people. I looked it up. It's people misinterpreting Jesus quote.
Oh my god.
Oh, so most religions?
So it's
Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah.
Christians are saying it's against the Christian belief to wear a mask?
Because at some point in the Bible, Jesus tells people to not hide behind masks. You know, a metaphor. But they're like, hey, this is 100% literal.
my
Everything
God.
in this is literal. There is no subtext. There is only text.
But you're getting it wrong though, Kelly. Because later on, Jesus says, "A mask? What are you, queer?"
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he does. He does say that.
Do you guys realize?
Later.
Can you guys realize what type of world we're going to be living in, where people start misinterpreting the Bible? Like, wow. Like,
So yeah, so that's
What an
that.
upside down world that will be.
yeah, buckle your
never-
fucking seatbelt.
This is like the first time that's ever happened. But yeah, overall, everyone's been pretty cool. So far, I've had it twice happen where I said people like, hey, you need to wear a mask, and they didn't have one, and then they just took off the sweatshirt they were wearing and tied it around their face.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fine.
Appreciate
as long
it.
as long as it stays there, I'm all right with that. But that begs the question: why the hell are you wearing a sweatshirt when it's like 80?
Just in
Because
case
I knew.
yeah, just in
they
case
knew
somebody
somebody was
forces
gonna
me to
yell
wear
at
a mask.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, so there's that.
Because
this
then
past-
they were probably hoping that you would say that's not an acceptable mask, and then the next argument follows.
Right.
yeah.
But you accepted that, so now he just had to shop. Otherwise, he's starting it.
I
Well, I
accept
also
your
think one of them was a weird homeless guy.
It's like mask.
Yeah,
I fucking
so there is
I
that.
shit on the street.
Like,
But hey,
listen,
hey, there's a homeless guy that hangs out in front of our store some mornings. That guy was wearing a mask this morning.
Oh, then
Oh,
that
there
just
you
makes
go.
everyone else look bad.
Yeah. If crazy homeless man can wear a mask, you can wear a mask.
Yeah, the homeless guy's like, man, I don't want you guys giving me this weird shit. I don't know what you normies do.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so this past weekend, a childhood dream came true.
You got to
finally-
compete in the aggro crag.
I did. No, actually, for years I've been looking on eBay for the chunks of aggro crag. They never show up.
Wow, for
I've
real?
seen one a couple of times. A couple of times I've seen them.
Okay, the only times I've ever seen them are replicas.
Okay, I was seriously joking.
No, but that's not
Yeah,
what
I
I
did,
was
yeah.
talking about. But no, I have looked into this in the past, guys.
Yeah, same here.
But so when the original Pokemon set came out, I never got the Charizard. That was the card everyone wanted. I feel like I knew a couple kids that had them. Never got it. So a few years back, Pokemon released a set called Evolutions, and it was just the original set reprinted, but kind of like revamped to make them competitive in the game today. So I was like, I just thought about it like a week or two ago. I said, fuck it. We got a box of this. I'm just going to set a box aside, take home 6 packs every day I work, and open them up until I get a Charizard.
6 packs of Fury.
Yep. So each box has 36 packs. So Friday, down to the last 6 packs. And there's a part of me I was like, I don't know, just in case. We had like a half open box, like just half of the packs are already gone. I was like, what? I'll put this to the side just in case. And I grabbed a couple packs of that too. I was like, all right, so I'll have 10 packs total for the weekend. It'll be nice.
There you go. Got to pace yourself.
Exactly. So I get home, open the 6 packs from that first box that I went through. Still nothing. I'm like, all right, let's see what's in these other 4. Get to the last pack of that 4. Fucking there it is. I got my Charizard. 40 packs later, I got it.
Jesus.
Got
You wearing
Charlie
a sweet-ass
Bucket.
shirt.
Charlie Bucket over here with his golden ticket.
And like I was thinking about it. I was like, man, so half of the packs in this box were already gone. I sold someone a pack out of this box earlier in that day. The odds that I would just happen to grab the 4 front ones and one of them had that card in it.
It was meant to be, my
I was
sweet boy.
very excited.
Now,
So now I can finally
here's
stop
the
buying
question.
packs of Pokemon cards for a while.
Here's the question, Kelly. Do you play the Pokemon trading card game?
No. But I did download it on my computer and start playing it that way.
Okay, all right.
Because whenever you get a pack, you get a QR code, and you can use that to redeem for a pack in the game.
Is it the same pack?
Yeah. It won't be the same exact cards, but it's going to be from the same
I'm like,
set.
how the fuck do they do that?
Yeah,
Like,
no, that would be amazing.
Like, what?
Yeah, no, that would be incredible.
That broke me for just a second.
Yeah, but no. So I've been entering a whole lot of codes because as someone that doesn't play the game, I buy way too many Pokemon cards. And so I've got a whole bunch of codes because I would keep the codes even long before I downloaded the game because I was like, someday I'll get this game and I'll redeem all these. So I've got codes going back like 5-6 years of stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm stupid, so I buy a lot of this shit. So yeah, no, I finally got my Charizard. It makes me very happy.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
Yep.
The boyhood
like
dream
I could have just bought
comes
one.
true.
It was the boyhood dream came true. I heard Vince McMahon say it as I opened the pack. And like I could have just bought the card, and it would have been cheaper because the card itself is like $55. I think is the going rate.
What?
But you wouldn't have had the thrill of the hunt.
Right.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's the hunt. The hunt is what I wanted.
Oh, the hunt can go fuck itself. I hate the hunt.
But I will say I did get a bunch of other cool shit that I didn't have from that set, so that makes me happy. And I'm gonna dump all my bulk doubles on a website that buys cards. But I just need to sort all that shit out. So yeah, so that was cool. And then other than that, I watched Impact's pay-per-view Slammiversary on Saturday, and that was pretty decent.
Impact's got a good buzz right now.
Yeah, they had a bunch of the released WWE guys come over. Some cool stuff on there. Good main event. Overall, good show.
As far as we know, not a single rapist or kitty toucher on the show.
Yeah, no, as far as we know, they got rid of all those.
Yeah.
So how did how'd it go with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio trying to poke each other's eyeballs out?
So I watched that show too, and let me tell you something. That match was very good until the finish. Like it was a really good match, and then
I'm shocked.
And then because they wrestled it like it was like a blood feud match. Like it was really well worked. It was hard hitting, and it was a really intense match. Like they did a great job with it. And then, so Rollins was pushing Rey's eye into the corner of the ring steps.
Ugh.
And then he kind of pushed him a little too hard, and then they stopped. And like Rey kind of turned to Rollins, and Rollins walked away all like sullen and stuff. And then the referee was calling for the bell, and you just hear solemn Samoa Joe go, "It's out." And then I didn't notice this at the time, but apparently when they showed Rey, you could see a fake eye sticking out between his fingers. I missed that and needed to see a screenshot of it. Yeah, and then Rollins walks over and throws up what looks like a dry pack of oatmeal.
Oh, a nice Jose snack.
Yeah, yeah. So it was goofy. The match itself was really good, but the finish was dumb.
It was nice to see you back on the horse doing WWE reviews at Voices of Wrestling because yeah, I always enjoy those.
Yeah, it was fun. It aside from like dumb finishes of matches, it was a decent show.
Yeah,
like the women's match, the Asuka versus Sasha Banks match was very good until another dumb finish.
Go ahead.
Okay, where Asuka accidentally mists the referee, so he gets blinded. Bailey jumps in the ring, attacks Asuka, lays her out, just takes the referee's shirt off, puts it on, and then counts the pin, and awards the belt to Sasha Banks.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it was
actually,
real
I think
dumb.
that makes perfect sense. That's like taking an infinity gem. Like
Whoever
I'll take
holds
its
the
power.
shirt holds the power of the ref.
Yeah, I am now the referee. You can fuck off. 1, 2, 3, you're out.
For all intents and purposes, it seems like most of the talent in WWE are working their fucking asses off, especially during COVID, but they're just kneecapped by creative and bad finishes and bad production and just an old senile old man running things at every step of the way.
Yeah. And then at the top of the card, you had Bray Wyatt's student films, where he and Braun Strowman had a fight in the swamp. And, like, it was boring. Like, that was the worst thing about it. It was really boring.
No one got catapulted into the waiting jaws of an alligator.
No one boxed a gator. You had dudes just kind of wading around in dirty-ass looking water, and that looked like that sucked. Some guy got set on fire. That was cool, I guess. And, like, you could tell, like, obvious stuntman just kind of wandering around doing, like, way too much in front of the camera, and then suddenly, oh no, he's a flame.
He was just supposed to be like, this a swamp boy?
Yeah. Well, he was one of Bray Wyatt's guys.
Obvious stuntman and not unfortunate audience member.
Well, there's no audience in the
there was no
swamp.
audience. They were in the swamp.
What are they wrestling in the swamp for with no audience?
It was a swamp fight.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Why is
you
there
can't do
ever
a
no
swamp
audience?
fight not in the swamp.
Mahoney, there's COVID. No one's in the crowd right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Their crowd is like their trainees that they have there,
Right.
and they make them pound the hockey glass.
Yeah. And they only recently let them start wearing masks, and for the longest time, wouldn't give them chairs.
They still don't give them chairs.
I don't have chairs.
They're not allowed
No.
to sit.
Well, I would
Yeah.
quit. I would be like, never mind. I don't want to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so at the very end of the swamp fight, of course, Bray Wyatt gets thrown in the swamp, and it's over, and then the water turns red.
Oh.
And the Fiend comes out of the swamp,
Oh, man.
and then it was done.
Did
The
he do
grossest
something?
part, the grossest part of the whole thing was, so Braun throws Bray into the swamp, and he's like looking in the water, and they do like the little, like title card thingy or whatever it's called at the bottom of the screen.
Right.
Oh, and then, oh no, it's not really the end, because here comes Bray's hand out of the water. And then he grabs Braun by the mouth. Like, he sticks his hand in his lower jaw and pulls him into the water. And that just was one of the grossest things I've ever seen, knowing that hand was in a swamp and then pulled that man's open mouth into a swamp.
Just with
Nah.
dirty,
Is it a real swamp?
dirty Florida
It
lake
looked like
water.
a real swamp.
Yeah. It's probably right next door to the goddamn boneyard.
There was a bunch of shots where I was like, this is just where they did the boneyard. Oh, and then I forgot the best part, when they had Alexa Bliss show up to play a imaginary Sister Abigail,
Mm-hmm.
who was trying to convince Braun to, like, be with her.
Okay. Sign me
Like,
up.
you had a ghost trying to seduce Braun. That was real weird.
Well, because they had
Yeah,
such
it was-
sexual chemistry during Mixed Match Challenge.
You know, they sure did. Yeah, and so, like, we're trying... I really want to know, like, in the WWE canon, does Alexa Bliss know this happened?
No, she was just a vision.
Yeah, but, like, did she watch the show and she's like, what the fuck, that looks like me?
No, none of them watch this. Like, Walter White doesn't watch Breaking Bad,
So dumb.
I thought you were going to say Walter doesn't watch this. I was like, well, obviously Walter doesn't watch this. Walter wouldn't be caught dead watching this. He would watch it and be like, why are they making a mockery of my sport? Yeah, so that was stupid. I wish it was fun bad, but it wasn't. It was just dumb.
Who the champ in Impact?
Eddie Edwards is the champ.
Who the fuck is that?
Homeboy.
Yeah, homeboy.
Eddie.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Eddie Edwards sounds like the name of a wrestler that Jose would make up.
Did Frank Franklin lose the belt to him?
So the name on his birth certificate is Edward Edwards?
I think so. And I think that might be his legit name.
Edwards, teammates Christopher.
It's my shoot name.
Yeah. So Eddie Edwards is fun because he had a whole feud where he was feuding with Sami Callihan. And Sammy accidentally hit him in the face with a baseball bat for real.
Yeah.
And broke his orbital bone. So that led to a huge blood feud that they had. Which then led to Yeah. And then Tommy Dreamer showed up. He was like, hey, buddy, you kind of got to let things go. He's like, I feuded with Raven for years. And he's like, and it wasn't good for anybody. So then Eddie Edwards feuded with Tommy Dreamer for a while because he was telling him to stop. And it was a compelling story where Tommy Dreamer is trying to stop Eddie Edwards from becoming him.
You're not my dad, Tommy Dreamer.
Eddie Edwards won and kind of just does a Tommy Dreamer tribute gimmick now. Where he just always wears, jeans and a t-shirt to the ring. He had a kendo stick. He had a kendo stick for a while that he named Kenny.
I get it.
Eddie Edwards and Kenny Kendo?
Yeah. And now Eddie Edwards is your champion because Tessa Blanchard was like, I'm not showing up.
Yeah. I'm going to stay in Mexico and use the N-word.
They're like, well, we know you don't want to show up. That's okay. But can you at least film a promo for us? And she's like, no. And I'm like, all right, cool. We're stripping you of the title. You're fired.
She sounds real cool.
Yeah, so they have Eddie Edwards. And meanwhile, while Tessa was in Mexico, Moose found the TNA title in the storage room and decided that he was TNA World Champion.
All right.
So they got like a WWE champion and World Heavyweight champion gimmick kind of going on right now.
But everyone is also trying to tell Moose, hey, that's not a real belt. You just decided you're champion. That doesn't mean you're champion.
And Moose is like, I'm not a real Moose, so we're splitting hairs here.
They call
the odds from the beginning.
Moose.
At one point, so he was also feuding with Tommy Dreamer going into Slammiversary, and at one point, Tommy Dreamer was like, Moose, you don't even believe that the Earth isn't flat. And Moose goes, show me the proof.
God, that guy is humongous.
Oh yeah, Moose is ridiculous.
Jesus.
I feel like
he's an incredibly dumb human being.
I feel like we've seen Moose during WrestleMania weekend.
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like we saw Moose versus Brian Cage versus Willie Mack or something like that.
That sounds right.
Less. Yeah, wasn't that
What's
Crash
Willie Mack
Lucha
days,
show?
I wonder.
What's what?
I like Willie Mack. What's Willie Mack doing these days? I like that guy.
He is in Impact. He actually just lost the X Division title.
I like that dude. That dude seems all right.
No, he's been having a good run in TNA. He lost it to Chris Bay, who keeps referring to him as Willie Whack.
That's fucked up.
Got him.
That just seems disrespectful. That is blatantly disrespectful.
Yeah. He had a decent run as X Division champion recently.
Like that, dude.
And I was very happy to see the return of the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. And apparently they had a really good title match tonight against the North. So I'm excited to watch that.
There's some good stuff in the wrestlings. Look at that.
Yeah, no, for once I'm not just crapping all over American wrestling. Things are all right.
Yeah, Dynamite's pretty consistently good.
Yeah,
Dynamite's been great.
Oh, the Demo God.
Oh, that poor. I felt bad for that dude. Because I'm sure it was just orange water, but that was a lot of it.
Well, and there were
a lot.
There was peels in there too.
Yeah.
And
then like, okay, you get this segment where they dump a bunch of, quote unquote orange juice on Chris Jericho and his boys in the middle of the ring, and then he immediately has to go and do commentary for an hour.
Yes. Just
soaking
sticky.
wet.
So we're talking about the Inner Circle and Chris Jericho are kind of feuding with Orange Cassidy right now. So they basically did the bloodbath spot, but with orange juice. But originally they wanted to do the Steve Austin beer truck bit, but with orange juice. But they couldn't figure out how to get the truck into Daly's place, so they just went with the orange juice bath.
But you know what? I'm glad they thought about it. That shows that they give a shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And you can expect the orange juice truck coming somewhere down the line, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they put a pin in that one for sure.
Yeah.
I said maybe not now.
Maybe not later. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow.
But
Who's your
eventually.
favorite wrestler right now, Mahoney? What's up?
Oh my God.
Mahoney, what's the favorite name that we've said in this segment that you have?
Eddie Edwards, definitely.
All right, good.
Reminds me of
More than Willie Mack? Willie Mack's an awesome name.
Not Kenny Kendo?
Willie Mack. Anytime Lee's like, what about this wrestler? Whatever happened to him? I assume I'm about to hear that he's dead.
What about Moose? You like the name Moose?
He's pretty good on Riverdale. I enjoy Moose.
I like Willie Mack because he's built like me. He gives the thick boys hope.
Willie Mack sounds like he's
important.
Willie Mack sounds like he's smoking meat right now.
You know what? Wouldn't be surprised.
I have no proof that he's not.
Willie Mack eats rib sandwiches where the ribs still have the bones in them.
There was this lady I used to sit near at work like 10 years ago, and every once in a while she would bring in pork chop sandwiches, and everybody inevitably, because that's a weird thing to have for lunch, would be like, what do you have for lunch? And she'd be like, pork chop sandwich, and they'd be like, pork chop sandwich? And I'd be like, yeah, it's really not that bad. She just has to be careful eating around the bone. And she used to get so mad every time I would say that. And the people who were asking her about her bizarre pork chop sandwich would be like, there's a bone in it every single time. And she would be livid. And she'd be like, there's no bone in it. And then it always just ended with people being like, you're real upset about this bone in this weird pork chop sandwich. And I'm uncomfortable with this whole situation. And I'd be like, my work here is done.
What's so weird about a pork chop sandwich?
Pork chop sandwich?
I've never in my life heard of anybody having a pork chop sandwich.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild.
Especially not with the bone in it.
I mean, there's a specific booth at our state fair that sells pork chop sandwiches.
Well, maybe she's from where you're from.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. It's weird. I never heard of it. And when faced with something weird, you have to mock it. That's what you have to do, Kelly.
What about you guys? Is pork chop sandwiches not something you don't know?
No, it's definitely something I know. I know it from those old the G.I. Joe PSAs. Pork chop sandwiches.
Well, yeah, but I don't consider that to be like evidence that they're real.
Yeah,
they're in the G.I. Joe
I'll put it
PSA.
on a sandwich.
Yeah, I will. Any meat that I've had as an entree can turn into a sandwich at some point.
Yeah. Is it a meat? Yes. Slap it between a couple slices of bread. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do you like sandwiches? Okay, you're gonna like a pork chop sandwich.
What kind of sauces we got? Let's do this. Come on.
I always just figured it was a shake and bake pork chop with no sauce at all. Just a dry ass shake and bake leftover pork chop.
Was that her
bun.
Her personality was dry ass pork chop.
Pretty much.
Oh God.
Oh, so when I'm not harassing my coworkers, all I'm doing is watching talks.
Tik Tok, motherfucker!
Jose,
What in the
gonna
hell is this?
you're
Oh,
gonna
that's
want
Larry
to get
David.
You're gonna want to get upside down for this, Jose.
Uh-oh.
Howie Mandel has apparently gone insane, and people are very worried about him. And so this is Howie Mandel explaining to the internet that everything is fine, and that there is nothing in this video that he is using to signal for help.
Hello, people of TikTok. I'm okay. I have not been kidnapped. Thank you all for worrying. There is no signs in this video. nothing to figure out except listen to what I'm saying. I'm fine. This is crazy. Nobody's making me do this. And if somebody was making me do this, what are the instructions to do this?
What?
I'm fine, people.
Getting a little stir crazy.
Oh, everything seems okay.
All right, so Jose, if you could translate that for us.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's
I'm trying to
fine.
point out real quick that Howie Mandel is filthy, stinking, fucking rich.
Yeah.
And
Living off that Bobby's World money.
My name's Bobby.
Well,
I do not care
I'm
for
surprised
that.
he's not
that.
wearing well, I guess he's in his place.
He's got that
think
deal or
if we
no
watch
deal
that
money.
maybe 10, 15 more times, we'll find some signs.
And
He's got the deal or no
Guys,
deal money.
guys,
He's
if you just
got-
want to put it on repeat,
No.
He's
I'm
also
good.
He's also a germaphobe, so imagine how nuts he's going right now. But yeah, I saw the TikTok where people thought he was sending out signals that he was in danger. So this one, he's just basically doing an interpretive dance to mock the people that think he was in danger. Well, fuck you, Howie Mandel. We care about you, okay?
yeah. And I am more convinced than ever that you are in danger. Lee, you know who's in danger? This chick.
I
I'll be
believe
real
it.
with you. Sometimes there's just no reason. But you need to lay in the bed, eat some chicken fried rice, and cry a little bit.
What the fuck?
What's happening?
Who was shooting that? Because she zoomed in expertly on that single tear rolling down her face.
It's amazing.
What? Okay. All right. Break it down for the listeners. What the fuck is happening here?
All right. Well, it's a young blonde chick sitting in her bed. Not a lot of light. She's got like the light next to her bed on, and she is eating a bowl of chicken fried rice and having a little cry.
And then just said, "This is what we're gonna share with the world."
This is what we're gonna put out there.
Okay.
Because you know what? Sometimes you need a bowl of chicken fried rice and a little bit of a cry.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to cry in my rice.
I actually love her account. I follow her. She's pretty great. Don't love that she's crying into her fried rice. Lee, do you like chipotle mayo?
I feel like I'm not going to for much longer.
Would you like to know how to make it, Lee?
You know, I'm always looking to save a nickel here or there. If I can make
All
my
right.
own, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Today, I prepared for you spicy mayo sauce. We're going to start with a half a cup of the mayonnaise of your choice and about 2 teaspoons of sriracha. Play with it though. Put a little more if you like it more spicy. Put a little less if you don't like it as spicy.
There you go. So,
Oh,
Lee,
man. That's
so
all
what
you
you
need.
do, you start out with some mayo, you put some hot sauce in it, a little bit more if you want it spicier, a little bit less if you want it less spicy.
No, let's spice.
Those are great directions.
That was sriracha mayo. That was not chipotle mayo.
Yeah. Listen, I watched that like 6 days ago. I can't remember what they're putting in there.
I am making such a face.
I just absolutely love that someone was like, I gotta get my recipe out there. My recipe is put hot sauce in it. To share
God, I
this
hate
with the people.
Oh, I hate it so much.
All right,
I don't know what's this chick's problem. Like,
Lee,
what's
do
wrong
you
with her?
like, I know you hated the mayo. Do you like Star Wars, Lee?
I feel like this is a
Do you-
trick question.
Do you like R2-D2, Lee?
Oh, I don't want to see it.
Hi, my name
You're
is
gonna love
Erin,
it.
and
I don't
today
wanna
I'm going
see
to
it.
be
You're
auditioning
gonna
for the
love it.
role of R2-D2. Thank you.
Hold on. We got to watch that again because
Nailed it.
we talked over it a little bit, but this was one of my favorites that Mahoney sent this week.
Hi, my name is Erin, and today I'm going to be auditioning for the role of R2-D2.
Thank you.
It's very good.
Pretty good.
She nailed it.
Like, it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Her neighbors are like, God damn it, Kenzie, not again.
She honestly, I would like to see her cast as R2D2.
No, what is? God damn it!
All right, so
What
as we all
is-
know, Lee just recently lost a pool. I got a pool because the number of pools on the podcast must always be one. And so,
The universe creates balance.
so I saw this video about the pee in the pool experiment. I was just drawn in and had to watch the whole thing, and it's a little insightful.
I ran an experiment to test if it's true that chlorine scent you smell from a pool is really just from pee. So I got 2 identical buckets and filled them both with pure water. Then I added 4 times the recommended concentration of chlorine for that volume of water to both buckets. And then finally, as the only point of difference, I added just a little bit of pee to bucket B, and then I let them sit for a day. And so then it was time for the smell test. First, bucket A, that was just chlorine and water.
So that doesn't smell like anything. That smells just like water, even though this has 4 times the recommended concentration of chlorine for this volume.
And then it was bucket B's turn.
What? This smells like a pool. This is a nostalgic smell. This smells like summers and vacationing at hotels with pools and water parks. Turns out it was just pee.
That's wild.
So that sucks.
I find that to be extremely upsetting.
Well,
And
at
then
least,
Mahoney instantly went outside and pissed in his pool.
at least you know
my
the
pool-
chlorine's working, Lee.
My pool is a mineral springs pool, Kelly. So don't you worry about it.
Oh.
It's like a fancy version of salt.
La-dee-da, Mr. Rockefeller.
You soak in that thing, and it's like being in the fountain of youth.
You're gonna want to take special care not let that salt water run down your fucking support beams. That's how my shit rotted.
Oh, there you go. Good to know.
Frogs
good
are
to
gonna
know.
love it.
All right, Lee, you're not enjoying any of this.
Oh, I'm really
Kelly,
not.
Kelly, you
Yes.
like Childish Gambino, Kelly?
Yeah. Lee likes him too.
All right, well, good. Lee, you're gonna love it.
Okay, it's Childish Gambino, and I'm eating
No.
Oreos in a parked car. I got these Oreos from the grocery market. Wow, these Oreos are the best.
Oh, the groans of pain coming from Lee are why we do this. This is why we do this, everybody.
That was a good one.
No, it really wasn't.
I love that one. Lee, you want to know a secret? I watched that one
Sure.
like 3 months ago. I've just been saving it.
I remember that one.
I was like, 1 week, it's gonna be time for the Childish Gambino Oreo one.
God.
I really do feel like this was a strong lineup of TikToks this week. You
Yeah,
might,
that was a good one.
Pretty good.
your mileage may vary.
I enjoyed the grocery market portion of the
Yes.
Childish Gambino one. It reminds me of White People Taco Night.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a nice little talk universe we're building here.
So we're gonna have the fucking Talk Avengers come and save us all. Weird.
Yeah, dark-skinned warrior, the Childish Gambino guy, that
Poop
chick
log
with her
girl.
chicken fried rice.
The poop log chick
Of course, the
Poop log
poop log
chick.
chick.
Oh yeah,
And-
definitely.
and trash bag.
that lady
Trash
who
bag
makes
is the villain.
mayo. Yeah, she's definitely the Loki.
Oh God, that was horrible.
I think you mean wonderful.
Nope.
But
That Oreo one was good. I like that one.
count your blessings, Lee, because it's 11:13 and we're done with talks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Right?
Not bad.
Kept them short.
Usually it's about midnight, right about now.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, let's take a break. I need to really, center after what just happened.
You need to detox.
I need to detox. I need to detox. I need a detox. A TikTok detox.
Love it.
Can everyone redo that Lee TikTok? with everyone detox.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We will hopefully broaden each other's horizons with some viewing suggestions.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to this. I have not read them ahead of time. Should be pretty cool. And then we'll get the fuck out of here because I got a super early morning ahead of me. So yeah. What's the classic this week, Nice?
From episode 389 from August 2017, this is the story of Jose's conspiracy chair.
All right, enjoy this.
And now, a curated selection from deep within the Popcast Network archives. We proudly present this Popcast classic.
So I alluded to it last week, and then I forgot to tell the story, but I got off of jury.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Call of jury duty. Oh, yeah.
It was pretty cool. I guess just put that you're being sued. When they asked that question, and they're like, oh, okay.
Wow.
We don't need this guy. So I got out of it, but I had a thing with something else. So I was at the courthouse.
They were like, while you're here.
They have like this not blast. I can't even think of the name. Like a little display of like historic downtown Orlando-ish type blah 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 blah. And they show a picture of like this old furniture store that used to be on the corner of something and something downtown. Fucking chair. like a ridiculously large chair that was on the top of the building. Like that's what they were. It was a photo thing. When somebody drove by, they're like, "Holy shit, it's a big fucking chair." I took a picture. This is back in the day. This is like the 30s. People are amused easily with big chairs back then.
Back when the adult took with a big ass chair.
Remember back when chairs were the shit?
Man, I'm still all about chairs.
There's the bullshit. There's one of those in Lynchburg, where like right down the road from the Jack Daniel's distillery. Big ass chair.
Did you say Lynchburg?
Yeah, Lynchburg.
God damn it.
That's where they make Jack Daniel's whiskey.
I bet you there's not a single Confederate statue in Lynchburg.
Not a one. Definitely not.
In fact, the giant chair is made out of Confederate statues.
So while we're waiting to hear from the man, where I'm looking at this thing, and I noticed that there's two different pictures with a chick in it, and she's doing a pose, and it's a reporter for one of the newspapers. But as I'm looking at two pictures, one's a close-up, and one that's like from the street that shows the whole building. And I'm looking, but it's the same pose of the woman, like the exact same pose. Like they just took the chair and shrunk it and put it on top of that building. But like the roofs are different. The angle, it's off. It's not the same roof. So
Jose's walking to the courthouse. Fake news! Fake news!
What I'm saying is that picture was either taken at the exact same moment from two different angles, and they happen to have that picture from that exact shot from two different angles, or they fucking superimposed it on one of them, and you're fucking lying to me. So I'm calling you out, Orlando. Fucking faking your history.
Oh my god.
I took a picture of it. I'll fucking send it to the pop check because I don't know how to go from my phone onto the YouTube thing. And you tell me what you think. Huh?
Hey, there's photos of us at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, so.
Yeah, but we're not posting it in the courthouse claiming it to be the gospel.
I would.
There, I posted it in the thingy thing.
Said you bet your ass I would.
I'm just saying. I call fucking bullshit on your history, Orlando. What's in Antarctica, goddammit?
Why won't the CIA let me on their roof?
Big ass fucking chair.
That's ridiculous.
How can you even tell that's the same pose? That smaller picture
Because
is so
look at it.
It's so much
Look at
smaller.
it. That's how you can tell. Look at it. The phones are smart. You can make the picture a little bigger.
I'm looking at it on my monitor. How big was this
I don't
picture
know.
in person?
That looks like they'd sit there.
No, I'm not saying you can't sit there. I'm not saying that. Yes, that is a picture of a woman sitting in that chair that's on that building. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. What I'm saying is there's two different pictures. In both of those pictures, that woman is there in the exact same pose.
Isn't it possible? Isn't it possible that they merely took one section of the photo and enlarged it so you can see more of the
look
chair?
at the roofs. The roofs are different. Look at the ledge of the roof.
When you get to talking like this, I expect you to start telling me about Tower 7.
Hey, man, that shit was blown up.
No, but seriously, how big were these pictures in person?
Big pictures. That's a stand. That's a wall. It's a wall case.
Oh, it's a wall?
Okay, all right. In that case, I can see how it might not hold up under further scrutiny.
Yeah, that's a big fucking picture. Look at it. But the roof is different. Look at the roofs, man.
And that chair that's in between the two pictures doesn't look nearly like anyone could sit into it. What is that, a chair for ants?
But it's next time you're down in the courthouse, find it. It's next to room 130.20.
Sure, I will keep that in mind for the next time I'm at the Orlando courthouse.
A regular stop.
Yeah, maybe,
Hey, man, you never know.
maybe I'm getting something notarized.
Yeah, that the pictures are fucking fake. I'm on to you.
Fucking funny.
What a weirdo.
I had nothing else to do except for try to bring the city of Orlando down.
Join us again next week for yet another Popcast Classic.
That could never air today.
It shouldn't have aired then.
No.
Still watching you, Orlando.
The truth is out there.
Forgot all about that.
I remember him sending us that picture and me just thinking, like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's just a.
Don't fake history. Just show us the truth.
Show us the
Sorry if we can
long-form
accept
care
it.
certificate.
You know, my favorite part about that classic is that when that aired, I spent hours trying to find a picture of that picture so I could put that chair into other pictures and be like, Jose, look. This chair is everywhere, Jose, and have him just be mind blown.
Slender Man sitting in the chair.
Yep.
If you think about it, what if the chair only had 3 legs? You know what happens then? Triangle Illuminati.
Oh, shit.
Illuminati, chair wasn't real.
Dab, dab, dab.
Inside job.
Did you... Nice. Play the Howie Mandel talk again, because that chair
No.
might be in his house.
No.
Sorry, I already
No more
deleted
time for talks. It is, however, time for a top 6.
it. Is it now?
Top
might
6,
be.
motherfucker.
6.
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
Right, this one was Nice's idea. So introduce us, Nice. What was the impetus behind this?
So
This is a good one, I like it.
we're all at home. We're all watching a lot of stuff on streaming. So there's so much shit out there. There's too much almost. So I figured we've all got our own tastes. We've all got our own interests. So let's expose each other to stuff that we might not be able to find in the gigantic haystack that is the multiple streaming platforms.
Yeah, I forget. My mom was trying to turn me on to something the other day. I think it was Raising Dion on Netflix. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds really good. Everything you're saying makes sense, but there's just too much shit.
Too
Like,
much.
I can't watch it all. Too much stuff. It's a goddamn golden age.
But what if one of these things we talk about tonight just kind of sparks your interest, and maybe you will end up watching it?
Quite possibly. Right, let's get into it. All right, so real quick, we talked about it a couple times before, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but special shout out to Kamen Rider Amazons on Prime Video. In the U.S., you can find it under Amazon Riders. For some reason, they changed the name. But it's that, rubber suit Japan shit, but, really, R-rated. So the monsters are trying to eat, they're trying to eat people. So,
oh, shit, I didn't realize it was R-rated.
Yeah, that's what makes it kind of rad. So, brutal. So there's this, so the idea is that there's these test subjects that escaped. And there is a certain percentage of these test subjects that they call Amazons that will at some point develop an insatiable hunger for human flesh and start killing people. Some of them won't, but some of them will. And the lab that sort of created the experiment that created the monsters has a retainer, has a special force and retainer to go out and take out those monsters when they do decide to start eating people. And so it's like special forces guys, and then they have a couple of Kamen Riders that run around and do crazy fights, and all the guys that aren't Kamen Riders are just trying to not get eaten with varying levels of success. And the monsters are really creepy looking. Like, one of my favorite ones is one that's a dentist, but its monster form is like a crazy beetle with an elephant head on it. And so it gets people into the dentist's office, and while they're out, this crazy stinger thing comes out of the elephant trunk, and he just stabs it in their head and sucks out their brain meats. As if dentists weren't scary enough.
I love
I want to be your dentist.
Yeah. What's that, Kelly?
I love the crow bad guy.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, the costumes are really cool, and the choreography is great. I highly recommend checking it out.
We made Jose watch an episode once.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's good stuff.
Do what you know.
Is that kind of like how you put on Dragon Ball and then pieced out of my hotel room?
No, we invited Jose on a podcast for this one.
Yeah, it was a podcast thing. Yeah.
You weren't invited.
Yeah, guys, remember when they made a podcast of everyone but you?
Yeah. I do remember never being invited to Likes Japan shit.
Look, we can bring it back.
Technically,
it never went away. Technically,
it's still there. Like, all 10 episodes.
Like, if you want to be on an episode of Likes, we can do an episode of Likes Japan shit.
We'll do that shit tomorrow. We'll do that shit on Friday if you want. And while we're maybe on Likes Japan shit, we'll watch my number 6 entry show on Funimation called Gleipnir. Gleipnir. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's fucking nuts. The anime, I think, came out this year. I forget how I found out about it, but it's about this kid who suddenly one day finds himself able to turn into like a dog monster, but not just any dog monster. He's like a mascot suit dog monster. So he's like a giant head and all this stuff, whatever. He doesn't know why he has these powers, but he has, a keen sense of smell and all this stuff. And he uses his powers and deduces that there's a fire and goes and saves this girl from a fire that she started herself trying to kill herself. But now that she didn't die, she finds out a secret. And she basically, long story short, she unzips his fucking back and climbs inside of him. And they fight other monsters. It's really weird. But all the design work is excellent. The fight scenes are really cool. Every character looks fucking nuts because they all have these weird special, they all transform into something completely different. They're not all weird mascot guys. One's just a dude with a telescope for a head. That's his whole gimmick. He's transformed into a regular guy in a tracksuit, but his head's a telescope. Just fucking bizarre.
We got the manga for that series at work, and it's all like it's wrapped up. And I was looking at the cover. I'm like, man, this looks like some pervert shit.
It's not. It's not. There's definitely pervier shit out there, but like I can just imagine that the manga maybe go further than the cartoon does. But it's not ultra pervy, but it's not like
remember
pervy.
that anime that you guys tried to get me to watch where the fox tries to groom an underage rabbit?
Look, I still thought you would like that.
Yeah, we picked that out specifically for you.
We thought you would enjoy that because of your love of the film Disney animals. I don't know what the fuck that thing is called.
Disney
We decided that was relevant to your interest based upon past behavior and things.
Those dark, soulless eyes.
Just commenting on the fleshy color of his dick. You can watch that right now on Netflix, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a recommendation, but we'll mention it.
One of these days, I'll get far enough into Netflix where Beastars will stop being in my continue watching category.
Not as long as I have your password and click it on once a week.
Next up on Prime Video is a delightful movie called Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, that's a good one.
We may talked about it many, many moons ago. It came out in 2011, starring Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk as the titular Tucker and Dale, and it's kind of a take on like kind of slasher movie tropes. There are these two dudes that just kind of happen upon they're scary-looking hillbilly guys, and they happen upon a group of college kids, and they assume that they're kind of creepy hillbillies, but they're just awkward. And one of the kids falls into the boat, the water next to where they're fishing, and they help her out, and her friends think that she's being kidnapped, and so they attempt to rescue her, but along the way they keep dying in horribly accidental ways while these poor guys just keep finding bodies around the house. Like it's really, really funny. It's got great dialogue, killer performance from Alan Tudyk, which he's kind of great in everything, so I'm not surprised. But it's a lot of fun. And it's on Prime. I think you're in and out in like less than half an hour, hour and a half rather. So I mean, it's a really, really tight watch. Highly recommend that one. Moving over to Hulu, ran for one season on Fox and was canceled. I'm going to say prematurely. Is a weird little show called Son of Zorn. Came out a few years ago, starring Johnny Pemberton and Jason Sudeikis is the voice of his father, Zorn. Zorn's different because he's from a continent called Zephyria, and it's basically like Eternia. So his dad is like a big animated He-Man type. He-Man, like he's an animated barbarian dude. And so he moves from Zephyria to try to be closer to his son. So it's a cartoon He-Man trying to have an office job and get to know his teenage son. And it's full of great throwbacks to Masters of the Universe and all that crazy shit. Like, he tries to, instead of getting this kid a car, he gets him like an eagle with a saddle on it instead of a car.
Oh, we coming for that round table.
Fuck
yeah, it's funny. Tim Meadows plays the stepdad. It's really great. It's again 13 episodes in and out. Unfortunately, ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, but it's a lot of fun. I would recommend that. It's a good one. And then also on Prime, a movie I loved as a kid, and no one in my life had ever seen it or talked about this movie except for my brother and I, because we fucking loved it. Until my boy Jason and I was like, oh shit. You know about Stay Tuned? And Stay Tuned is on Prime Video, and it's tremendous. Stay Tuned stars the late, great John Ritter, about a guy who's a TV junkie, and he gets a satellite dish deal from the devil, essentially, and him and his wife get sucked into all these crazy TV shows that become like, the prison of their own sloth type shit. It's super dated. All the TV show references are like, from like the 80s and 90s. So it's mad dated, but it's super fun. And I think it's a concept that is ripe for a remake.
Yeah.
Like, it could just take out all the satellite shit, and it's just like, a new exclusive streaming service no one's ever heard of before. Like, it totally would work today. Like, 100% would work today. It's a lot of fun. And I think we watched that and Dread back to back one night when you guys were here for something or other. It was a fucking rad ass weekend.
Yeah, we just rewatched it recently on Prime or
Rock
Netflix.
solid.
I think I forget.
It's on Prime right now. I made sure to make out where it was.
Yeah, that's one of those that I didn't see in the theaters. Obviously, I don't think anyone saw it in the theaters.
No,
but
right.
like saw the trailers for the longest time, probably in front of other VHS cassettes, and then just kind of grabbed it as a lark one time going to the video store, and then it became one of those where I would rent it, every month or so.
before they get sucked into the TV, he's just, going through the channels, whatever. And the guy's like, there's going to be some programs on here that you can't get anywhere else, whatever. And so all these different just montages or stuff. And, they kind of clicks over and it's these two old guys kind of sitting next to each other. And he's like, Bill, I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm. And the other guy's like, oh God, I can't see. I can't see. And it says, Different Strokes, Wednesday at 8:30.
It's got, it's much darker, but it's definitely got UHF vibes, where it has these little skits that are supposed to be TV shows or ads for TV shows peppered out throughout.
That's a fucking classic.
Have you ever seen Stay Tuned, Jose?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, but not enough to remember all of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, but I definitely couldn't remember scenes from it.
Yeah, I've seen it about 75 times.
Oh my God.
Fucking love the movie. Next is on Hulu, there's a show called Brockmire, which I believe is an IFC channel show. And it stars Hank Azaria and Amanda Peet. And Hank Azaria was a Major League Baseball announcer. And he's calling a game one day and goes and has an insane meltdown, live at the park, live on air after discovering his wife has been just cheating on him for years and years. And just goes apeshit and, fucking blacks out and gets insanely drunk. And he kind of disappears for years. And he kind of comes back on the scene and tries to get his job back and becomes the announcer for a minor league team called the Morristown Frackers, and has no idea that he's basically become a meme because he kind of went off the grid when he lost his mind. So he didn't know that people that pulling a Brockmire was a thing, and and he finds out, and it's a whole new source of embarrassment for him and shit like that, and it's really really funny. Hank Azaria is great because again he's kind of great and everything, and Amanda Peet I feel like I hadn't seen in years. Oh shit, Amanda Peet's in this. Look at that. And all the cast of guys that play the baseball players are all funny. It's really good. And it's
where's that streaming?
I think they're 8 episode seasons or something like that. Real easy to watch. Eventually you get on Hulu.
Okay, good.
And eventually you get some J.K. Simmons going on in that show
Yeah, Tito turned me on to that one night at his place. He put it on for us. We watched one or two of them.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. It's funny. I like Hank Azaria saying weird shit in his, baseball announcer voice because it's just, that kind of thing. It's really good.
We've been watching a lot
number one.
We've been watching a lot of Simpsons, and man, that whole hubbub about Hank Azaria voicing Apu, he voices so many BIPOC characters on The Simpsons.
Because he voices 1,100 characters.
Right.
The entire cast of Springfield is 8 people. It's the whole fucking town is nobody. I remember when Futurama was coming back, they were having some, contract disputes or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, if you don't want to play ball, we'll just replace the cast. And the cast is like, sure. Yeah, you replace the 5 of us with 37 other people to maybe get the voices close.
Yeah.
How about you just cut me the fucking check, Comedy Central?
That sounds real cost effective.
Yeah, how about you cut me a fucking check? Nuts. And the number one I'm going to throw out because, one, shout out to Tubi, the thing everybody has access to but nobody fucking uses. Tubi TV. I just discovered it. I feel like I discover it 3 times a year. I'm like, oh yeah, there's good shit on here, and no one ever talks about it. They got a whole bunch of the Hasbro shows on there, including a recent edition, Beast Wars Transformers. What is probably the fucking best Transformer show. Jack has gotten really into it lately. The models are good. The textures are a little dated. They're a lot dated, but it's the second, CG animated cartoon on a regular basis ever. But the stories are great. The voice cast is good. It all holds up. For the most part, it holds up very, very well, with the exception of textures and particle effects and shit like that. But it's a good show, and you can watch this shit for free, along with lesser shows like Transformers Armada and shit like that, and the G1 show, which is nostalgic but garbage. Beast Wars is fucking great, and you can watch all 3 seasons like right now, and a whole bunch of other cool shit on Tubi too. Like every time I look on that thing, I'm like, oh yeah, they have stuff that you literally can't see anywhere else, and it doesn't cost you a nickel. It's so fucking strange.
Is there like an app for it, or you gotta?
Yeah, there's an app. There's a PlayStation app for it. It's a cell phone app. Like it's TUBI is Tubi.
Nice.
They got a whole bunch of Sentai shows on there. I think all the stuff that Shout has licensed is there.
Okay.
They got a whole bunch of the Sentai shows. A couple of Kamen Riders. Like it's crazy.
I found it like 2 months ago, and they have so much stuff. They have like all the G.I. Joe shows, Renegades, and the old shows, and they've got that Conan the Adventurer show that I fucking loved when I was a kid.
They got the Super Mario Brothers cartoon, like not the one with Captain Blue, but like the good one.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Like stuff you can't see anywhere else. Like you
the
can't
cartoon Cops.
Yes.
Cops.
Man, I might
start choking.
I might jump on a Beast Wars rewatch now.
Yeah,
it's totally worth it. Like I was talking to Hicks about it. Shout out to Adam Hicks, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you know about Tubi? I put G.I. Joe and Transformers on at the tattoo shop all the fucking time." And I go, "Let a man know. Let somebody know what the fuck's going on." They got a bunch of movies and shit too, but like nobody wants to watch. Yeah,
YouTube keeps shoving some Liam, some Thor's brothers show on me. That and Christoph Waltz are in it. Or something.
The like most dangerous hunt or game or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I played an ad for that on Will's iPad the other day. Like, okay, he's 4. He's not going to watch this.
Yeah, shout out to Tubi in general, but specifically Beast Wars.
And what is it? Does it have commercials? What's the deal? It's free.
It does have commercials.
Okay.
Yeah, it has commercials, and it's like, the same commercials over and over again, I'm sure.
It has commercials, but do any of the commercials advertise delivery pizza, and how many degrees do they bake their pizzas at?
Well, frankly, sir, there's only one way to find out.
Gonna have to watch Tubi.
Yep. That was the repeating ads was what got me to actually give Crunchyroll money.
Yep.
Because I was trying to catch up on, I think it was Ultraman X, and every commercial break, and every commercial in that commercial break was for NBC's production of The Wiz. You
Just
see that
like-
commercial enough times, you're going to throw some money at Crunchyroll so you don't see that ad anymore.
For me, it was the exact same thing. But the ad was some community college or whatever. It's like, fucking, Jim Beaver College or the fuck. And I remember one time there were 3 commercials, all 3 of them with the same fucking commercial for Jim Beaver College.
Yeah.
So, what? I'll give you $4. I will give you $4 and I want to see this again.
Good for
Jim.
Jim.
That was me. But me watching, I'm like, fucking, I don't want to see Queen Latifah as the Wiz.
Good for Jim Beaver getting his own college.
Yeah.
Went from Deadwood to Supernatural to his own college.
Yeah. So what's up in the Discord, Nice?
All right, we got J-Pop checking in. First off, number 6, all of the comic book documentaries on Prime Video. He's just going to lump them all together here. And there are a few. I definitely watched the Image documentary on Prime, which was very good. And then Toddy Mack is coming out with another documentary about
rhinos.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, I forget where that's supposed to end up.
Sci-fi.
Okay, yeah, sci-fi. Number 5, J-Pop's got Doom Patrol on HBO Max or DC Universe. This show rules, and how this scene didn't win the series an award is beyond me. I'm not going to click on it because we will get demonetized.
Yep, but I second that recommendation.
Yes.
I watched the pilot. It was very good.
Yeah, the lady wants to see it. I think that's next.
Go for it.
It's real. You'd love it, Jose.
Number 4,
Nice.
I Am Wrath on Netflix. Travolta and Chris Maloney killing gangsters in Columbus, Ohio after they kill Travolta's on-screen wife.
Fucking what?
And then,
I just saw the commercial for that. That's actually good.
I guess.
Huh.
Gotta watch it to find out.
Do they also kill Travolta's real life wife by not getting her the medical attention she needs because they're Scientologists?
Oh,
Right.
Oh, wow.
That was a
God
Kelly
damn.
joke right there.
Got him.
Well, when Kelly Preston died, I was like, oh, I was shocked because I didn't know that she was sick because she died of complications from cancer. And then Kristen in the Discord was like, yeah, they were doing some fucking weird, like, holistic shit instead of getting, like, real medical treatment. I'm like, oh, that seems weird. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Scientology. That's why.
There you go.
There
Yep.
it is. Continuing, The Drug King on Netflix, a Korean crime drama about a former meth king in South Korea in the 70s, starring the poor family's father from Parasite.
Oh, nice.
I still gotta watch
And
Parasite.
if you did like that movie, Criterion announced they're doing a version of it in October.
Nice.
And I pre-ordered that shit instantly.
Still need to sit down and watch that one, because I know it's not a feel-good movie.
No.
So, me and Mary both, Mary more so, have to be in the right state of mind to watch a not put you in a good mood type of movie.
But it's also not gonna, like, entirely bum you out.
Sure. I get it. Number 2, Bushido, The Way of the Warrior on Prime Video. It's 90s UWF shoot-style pro wrestling from Japan with English commentary. What?
Yeah, this is news to me. I am very excited to watch some of this.
Bushido, The Way of the Warrior on Prime Video. And then number 1, Smoking on Netflix. A Japanese show about a group of bounty hunters that track down former Yakuza member and skin off their target's tattoos and give them back to the target's former bosses. Whoa.
Holy shit.
Yikes.
That sounds like it's right up your alley, Kelly.
Yeah.
What are you going to watch first, Smoking or Bushido, The Way of the Warrior?
I'm adding Bushido Way of the Warrior to my watch list on Prime as we speak.
Yeah.
You know what you need?
I just added Ricky O to my watch list on Tubi.
Nice.
It's on Tubi?
Yeah, apparently.
Fuck yeah, it should be.
We're all just adding shit to our queues the entire episode now. That's all we're doing. Fucking solid, man. That's great. Solid list. What you got, Kelly?
Hang on, I just noticed there's a bunch of USWA Memphis wrestling on Prime. What the fuck?
Shit.
I always wondered what happened to those tapes. Like, all right, well,
Is that
hang on.
stuff that Vince didn't
Calm
get his hands
down,
on?
Prime Video. Calm down.
Okay, my list. Speaking of Prime, number 6, Tag. It's a movie. It's a Japanese movie. It's fucking wild. The opening scene is very reminiscent of the opening scene of the film Ghost Ship.
Oh, you want to talk about a killer opening scene?
Yeah. And it keeps up the quality through that movie.
Nice.
So
The same
not
cannot
like
be
Ghost-
said for Ghost Ship.
Yeah, where you can just turn that movie right off after the opening scene.
I thought for sure, and I'm sure Mahoney also thought, that you were talking about the movie with Ed Helms and Hawkeye, where Hawkeye broke both of his
Absolutely.
arms.
Oh, it made it a
I was
lot
like, oh
harder.
yeah, that is a good movie. And then you were like, it's from Japan. I was like, oh,
I
never
heard
mind.
that. I heard you go, oh. Yeah, but no, this movie's great. It's fucking insane the whole way through. And, like, it's one of those things where in the very end, you're like, oh, that explains literally everything about this movie, why it is the way it is. Like, it's all got everything that happens in it has a reason. So like, it's cool. I like that movie a lot.
I appreciate that in narrative storytelling.
Yeah, it's not just weird for weird's sake. It all makes sense in the end.
Oh shit! This Sion Sono film?
I believe so.
Oh, I'm fucking in because that's the guy that directed Why Don't You Play in Hell, which is legit one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that he did the. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, that movie. Yes, 100%. Yeah, check it out. It's great.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. All right, I'm in. I'm 100% in. Hell yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that he did that too. Because initially, when I watched Tag the first time, I just saw it on YouTube. Someone had uploaded it with subtitles there, and I was like, I'll watch this. And now it's on Prime. Hitting the big leagues.
Right the fuck now, because man, I'm a big fan of that guy.
Kelly's watching Tag on YouTube, and he's like, "Why did they CGI Hawkeye's arms in?"
That's awesome.
My number 5 is on Crunchyroll. You can find Ultraman Geed, which is one of my favorite Ultraman series. It follows a guy who discovers that he is an Ultraman in human form, and he has to go fight his dad, who is the one evil Ultraman.
Well, that sounds like a real
always
problem.
the way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like movies where a character has to go fight their dad.
Yeah. I should say, though, this isn't a movie. This is a series.
Okay,
the
series, whatever.
It's good throughout.
Whatever.
Some
Fight your dad.
Some real wish fulfillment stuff.
All that means that he gets to fight his dad over and over again.
Yeah, he gets to fight his dad a whole bunch. Yeah, Jose, you bought me a toy of his dad.
Fuck yeah. That's who his dad was, the guy?
Yeah, that's who that guy was.
I just
He gets you the one that comes with the grill and the lawnmower.
Yeah, I just imagine. I imagine Jose with a toy of my dad.
He just gave me a toy of Nice's dad for some reason.
Jose is trying to buy a toy of Nice's dad, and it keeps leaping out of his hands.
Just giving him the cold shoulder.
All right, now number 4 is more stuff on Crunchyroll. These are 2 recommendations from this current season of anime. The first is a romantic comedy series called Rent a Girlfriend, where a dude rents a girlfriend, and hijinks ensue. Because I dropped my microphone.
Does he murder her or fall in love with her?
No, he accidentally introduces her to his family because his grandma collapses, and he rushes to the hospital, and she's still there with him, and so he gets introduced, or she introduces him, to the family and stuff, and then she discovers her grandma's at the same hospital, and she can't.
He basically had to subscribe to a girlfriend at that point.
Yeah, and so she's like, "Well, shit, I don't tell my family what I do, so we need to keep this charade up now."
The charade.
This charade. So yeah, it's funny. It's a really funny series.
I don't know what I could work for in that scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's fun. And then the other series is The God of High School, which is just dudes punching each other in the fucking face, and it rules. It's just a fighting tournament where a bunch of kids are gonna go and punch each other in the face until there's only one of them left, and that is the God of High School.
So it's Archie season 3.
Yeah.
There is only one God of High School, and his name is Al Bundy.
Yeah. So far, it's 3. It's 3 episodes in, and the most recent episode, which I watched right before coming on and doing this show, there is a wild twist at the end of that episode, and this series is now going in a way that I did not expect, but I am super in. So if you like watching people fight, definitely check that show out.
But that in the queue too.
Yeah, check that out for surely. I think you'd like that. And it's got a real banger of a opening theme.
Hell yeah. Love a good opening scene.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, tags first, though. I'm all over that.
Yeah. Then for my number 3, I'm going to give some YouTube recommendations. Because, that's a free service everyone has.
It's true.
That counts. Even though, boy, how do they want you to try the YouTube Premium? No one wants that shit.
No one wants it. So the first, I have 3 total recommendations. The first is on Defunct Land's channel. Their series of documentaries about Jim Henson's life was tremendous.
Oh, okay.
Defunct Land's
really
great.
Worth checking out.
Yeah, they do a bunch of stuff about, defunct amusement park rides and stuff. And then, his series got a lot more it turned into more of a documentary thing instead of just, pick one discontinued theme park ride and talk about it. It's good stuff. Good quality videos.
Yeah. And yeah, I like a lot of his videos, but in particular, I think the Jim Henson series was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was what?
There you go.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic. The second channel I want to recommend is Atrocity Guide. and they just tell you about insane stories of things on the internet. They recently did a hour-long video about Phoenix Jones that is worth watching.
Oh, I watched that. That was nuts.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, you sent that to us,
I
didn't
linked
you?
that one to you guys. That one's really
I watched
good.
that.
That
There's
crazy.
also another one about a dude on 4chan who discovers that this other guy is completely obsessed with him. And the guy's like, all right, my mom discovered how deep my obsession went, and she's locking me out of the computer. And then he uploads terabytes of data of all of these records he's kept on this guy's posts.
Oh God,
it's insane. So yeah, Atrocity Guide, I'd pretty much watch all those videos because there's some crazy shit in there, and you're gonna go down some weird rabbit holes. Did someone fall down?
Jose? Jose,
Fell
are
off.
you at the inversion table?
My mic arm just completely fell off my desk. Please hold.
Okay.
Continue as if this was going well.
Okay. It's like my microphone fell down.
Continue as if this is going well. Put that on a shirt.
My number 2 is on Netflix. It is a series, Rilakkuma and Kaoru. It is an adorable stop-motion animation series about a girl who is just joining the workforce and the 2 bears that live with her. It is adorable. The stop-motion animation might be some of the best I've ever seen. And it gets some of that real existential dread in a children's TV show. Yeah, highly recommended. Everything about it is adorable. So if you just need a pleasant watch, I highly recommend it.
You got to start the kids early with the existential dread these days.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one definitely piggyback off of the popularity of Agretzko, because they're all Sanrio characters. So I definitely check out that too. Agretzko is a workplace comedy, but everyone's a weird animal thing. No weird sex stuff. Looking at you, B-stars.
All right, I'm back. It's cool now. It's fine.
Lee's back. And then my number 1 on Amazon Prime, Meatball Machine Kodoku.
I gotta watch that one too. Fuck.
One of the
Too much stuff.
bloodiest movies I've ever seen in my life. This is a sequel. You don't need to watch the first one, though that one is also on Prime. It is just titled Meatball Machine. The premise of these movies is aliens come down and jump into people's bodies and basically use them like crazy mech suits and fight each other.
It looks like a feature-length gore video.
Yes. It 100% looks like that, because as they, jump into people's bodies, they fucking mutilate them and turn them into just walking weapons.
Yeah,
One of the craziest things I've ever seen in my whole life. Just watch the trailer, really, and it'll let you know if it's your kind of movie or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my list. Hope you guys find something you didn't know about before.
I've had
I
Meatball
can tell
Machine.
you, Kelly, I didn't know about any of that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to watch Meatball Machine 2 for like 2 years.
Yeah,
I've been
it's
meaning
so
to
good.
get me a meatball machine.
Right?
Shoot it in my mouth like a tennis ball launcher.
You guys want to come on Likes Japan shit and we'll watch Meatball Machine?
Maybe watch Meatball Machine, huh? I'm just saying, there's worse things
Yeah.
we could do.
Don't threaten me with a
good
good
idea.
time.
You know what? I would love to get Mahoney's opinions on that film.
It can't be any
Like,
worse
what's
than
that
that time
bad
we
at
put
all?
on wrestling at his house.
That was so stupid.
I still can't believe you guys made him watch The Librarians.
We did
Yeah, I
not.
was like, look, this dude's dressed like a librarian, and this other one is dressed, I don't even remember, and they're
We should have shoot him out of the room.
they're very slowly grappling with each other. I was like, this is it, huh? This is what you guys keep preaching about?
Mahoney, I'm sorry they made you watch The
No,
Librarians.
I'm sorry, too.
you're
On my own
misrepresenting.
TV,
Mm-mm.
with my own eyes.
And not the television program The Librarians either.
I would rather have watched that. I bet I would have enjoyed that.
Oh, why are you busting my balls about my VPN? Jesus Christ. All right.
Lee, why don't I tell you Ben's list?
Let's do Ben's list.
All right, number
I'm
6.
trying to make sure that I have Meatball Machine 2 queued up properly.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Ben's
almost
also
missed
got a
his shout
shout
out.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost missed his shout out, which is Barry on HBO for being an amazing show that more people need to watch.
Bill Hader.
I hear that.
It's on my list. I keep fucking forgetting about it.
Yeah.
Well, you
It
got
looks good. I
Was that HBO or Showtime?
Yeah, HBO.
HBO.
When I get to my HBO marathon session, I am surely to watch that. Number 6, Jeopardy! It's on Hulu and Netflix. Complete comfort viewing and a chance to show his kids that he actually knows stuff.
See,
Sure.
Jeopardy makes me feel like a stupid idiot.
Yeah,
Now, see, what you
Celebrity
do-
Jeopardy makes me feel real smart, though.
Now, see, what you do is you watch like 3 episodes of Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch them like 6 times so no one's around.
Mhm.
There you go.
And you watch Jeopardy with your kids and you just fucking start banging out answers. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, holy shit, Dad is a genius.
Dad, I know this is weird, but I'm kind of turned on right now. What's going on?
Mark it. Number 5, Tempopo on HBO Max and Criterion Channel. Straight up Japan shit. A Western-inspired tale of a heroic trucker helping out a struggling ramen shop. Total food porn, quite literally, in a couple of scenes.
Oh, I like that.
All
I
right.
like the sound of that.
Like a good mukbang video, nice.
Yeah,
know.
literal food porn sounds good.
Now you like the sound of that, but then you're gonna watch it and be like, gross, there's food porn in this. Why would you guys tell me to watch this?
That's not how I sound.
Why does everyone keep fucking all these cakes?
Number 4, The Vast of Night on Prime, a visually impressive indie sci-fi film that is the debut of a director we may see big things from in the future.
Speaking of, it just reminded me, but apparently Ex Machina is leaving Netflix this week. I don't know where it's going, but I've had that on my list for so long, so I'm going to have to rush and watch that this week.
That's a good one. It's worth watching.
Yeah. You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Okay, good. Good thing I didn't make that joke.
Man, isn't it crazy when the ending of that movie?
Yeah.
Kinda.
When Poe Dameron and fucking Tomb Raider hang
Man,
out.
she looks so incredible in that movie. Like, the effects are just seamless. It's nuts. Like, it's unreal what they do in that flick. It's nuts. You'll enjoy it very much.
Nice.
Anyway.
All right, number 3, Doom Patrol on HBO Max, the best DC live-action show, hands down.
Another hit for Doom Patrol. Love it.
Yep. Number 2, The Straight Story on Disney Plus, a G-rated Disney film directed by David Lynch. Sounds bizarre, but it's actually one of his best.
What the
I have
fuck?
no idea. What?
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
What was it again? Say that?
The Straight
Story.
By David Lynch
From
David
Disney
Lynch.
Plus.
On Disney Plus, G-rated.
From 1999.
Oh, wow. That's later than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it's
Does it say what it is? What is it?
It
A
says
retired farmer and widower in his 70s, Alvin Straight, played by Richard Farnsworth.
that's that motherfucker from Anna Green Gables.
Yeah. Learns one day that his distant brother Lyle, played by Harry Dean Stanton, has suffered a stroke and may not recover. Alvin is determined to make things right with Lyle while he still can, but his brother lives in Wisconsin, while Alvin is stuck in Iowa with no car and no driver's license. Then he hits on the idea of making the trip on his old lawnmower, thus beginning a picturesque and at times deeply spiritual odyssey.
Oh. Alvin!
As an old man riding cross country on a lawnmower.
Wild.
That sounds like something.
Interesting.
Number 1, which I'm going to put into... I'm going to remember this one. the 24-hour MST3K and Riff Tracks channels on Pluto TV.
Yep.
Whenever a laugh is sorely needed.
Zero.
I bet my kids would love Mystery Science Theater 3000.
That's another one that everyone's got. Everyone can watch Pluto, but nobody does. And it's like, like channels, like, real TV, it looks like.
Zero in the chat. I saw that stupid lawnmower movie. It wasn't for me.
I gotta say, doesn't sound like it's for me either, and I love my lawnmower.
You tell me there's a movie about a man and his lawnmower, and I'm like, all right, but this ain't it.
Ridiculous.
It's nuts. So yeah. Solid list.
Yeah.
Lawnmower aside. But yeah, shout out in general again to Pluto TV. There's some wild shit on there. They got one channel that's just like, it always plays Unsolved Mysteries. There's like some actual news stuff on there, and like one's just a shout factory channel that's all some random Japan shit.
They got new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix now.
They sure do. I'm turning Zoe onto that shit.
Did you see there's a Perry Mason prequel on HBO, Lee?
Yes.
I know that it exists, but I
saw the ad for that.
Yeah, it's the dude from The Americans.
I need to watch The Americans.
Yeah, that guy, just every time I see him, I'm like, oh, cool, it's not Giovanni Ribisi.
What?
He looks like not Giovanni Ribisi. like a Kmart version of that guy.
I don't see
in
it.
all the Perry Mason clips, at least.
Yeah, I can see that. In the one picture of him I've seen on Amazon 1,000 times, I could see that.
He looks like that guy. Yeah. All right, Juggler John writes in on the Discord. He says, most things I watch on the big platform are things that are recommended from the show or the population, so not sure I have anything to add. But he can recommend a few skit channels on YouTube, including Door Monster, a skit channel that does nerd-themed content. Man Shorts with 2 N's, Man Shorts, which has 2 main recurring sketches, a D&D blank edition, so general edition, or Drunk at Noon, like a D&D wrestling edition skit here, and he links in the Discord. He only really gets it thanks to Kelly's indie wrestling talk on the show. So there you go. You opened his eyes to an inside joke, Kelly.
You are welcome.
And then also The Hollow on Netflix, which is a weird kind of Twin Peaks Gravity Falls cartoon. One season so far, halfway through. It is an odd mystery show with kids in a weird land that have odd powers. And I have not watched that show yet. I kind of put a pin in it for me and Zoe. Great design, man. It looks really cool.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
It looks really, really neat. So yeah, hell yeah. Thanks, John. Good stuff. What you got, Mahoney?
All right.
Number 6, All of Stars.
First shout out.
Number 6 stars. Number 5 Netflix. Number 4
Literally
Hulu.
all of Stars. Everything on Stars counts as a hidden gem because nobody knows anything on Stars. So yeah, that's legitimately on my list, Kelly.
Nailed it.
Also, shout out to Cars 2 on Disney Plus. As we all know, Cars 2 is the superior Cars movie. If you are at all into spy movies and Disney movies, I'm telling you, you will enjoy Cars 2. It doesn't have... There's practically nothing to do with racing, and as a person who, just strongly disliked that Get Her Done dude, it doesn't come through in Mater. You're able to stomach Mater despite hating Larry the Cable Guy.
Haven't you described that movie as the best James Bond movie before?
No. The best James Bond movie is On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
You're right. That is the best
right.
one.
I am right. I know.
That's my favorite one, too.
Yes, that's because it's the best one.
Thank you.
Also on Disney Plus, that's worth watching, Treasure Island, which is from the 50s or something. I don't know, a long time ago. And I watched it, and I was like, you know what? I think everything that we associate with pirates came from this.
Pretty much.
The way they act and talk and move and everything, came from this. So
That's because it was a documentary.
essentially, I think it might have been. That was cool. Bolt is on Disney Plus. It's about a dog who plays a superhero on TV but thinks he's a real superhero. It's John Travolta and Miley Cyrus, and you're probably like, that sounds awful, but believe me, it is not. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
That
from
one
like
looked cute when it came out.
that's from Disney's kind of down era, like when they just started doing the CGI movies, and before they kind of hit big with shit. What was it? Was it
Probably
Frozen?
Tangled?
Well, Tangled wasn't really huge either.
Tangled was kind of huge, and then Frozen came after Tangled and went just berserk. So
yeah, Tangled looks like a little bitch up next to Frozen.
Yeah, but before Frozen, Tangled was, a big deal. Also on Disney Plus, we've talked a lot about the football team, the Washington racial slurs that is changing their name. One of the proposed names is the Washington Red Tails, about the Tuskegee Airmen who flew in World War II and had
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee, yep. Had the tail of their airplanes painted red. And there's a movie on Disney Plus called Red Tails that came out I don't know.
It came out in 2010,
2012.
because they had a booth at, maybe it was 2011, because they had a booth at New York Comic Con, and we got a little Hoth Luke USB from that booth.
There you go.
So yeah,
that movie's really good.
It was produced,
You'll enjoy it.
I believe, produced by George Lucas. I don't think it was directed by George Lucas.
I think
No, I don't think it
fix was George Lucas, because the thing they brought was like a ride,
right?
Like a truck you could sit in or some shit.
So it was good. And it's on Disney Plus. All right, so that is plenty of shout outs. Number 6, Nightfall on Netflix. We've talked about this on the show before. It's about the Knights Templar. I stumbled into it because I think I had watched The Witcher, and I was like, what other shows with swords do you have? And I turned on Nightfall, and it was really good. I very much enjoyed it. Nobody watched it, and in season 2, Mark Hamill is the trainer. He's the dude who teaches you how to be a Knights Templar, and it was really good.
And it's called Nightfall?
Nightfall with a K.
All right. Sure.
Oh, Knightfall, you mean?
Yeah, Knightfall. Also on Netflix, The 4400. Has anybody ever seen that?
No.
I've seen that it exists, but I've never seen it.
So it was on USA in the 2000s, and it's about worldwide 4,400 people are taken and then mysteriously come back. And there's 2 government agents who are trying to figure out what happened to them, why they were taken. They slowly start, the 4,400 people slowly start to develop powers. It becomes this kind of X-Men type story where it's an us versus them. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot when it was on. You can watch it on Netflix.
And you can pretend that it's a Marvel Universe show, and it's after the blip happens.
Yeah, kinda.
That's
Pretty
so
much.
crazy to hear about that. It's this show ran for 4 seasons.
Yep.
And I've never heard of it.
It was good.
I just
enjoyed
found
it a
out
lot.
about a show called Blue Bloods that stars Tom Selleck. It's been on USA for 71 years.
Oh, that's my that's my dad's fucking jam is Blue Bloods.
No idea it existed. Shit can be on for years. And it's just completely outside your purview. It's nuts. Too much stuff.
They stopped making new episodes of Jag, and he was like, "What am I gonna do? Oh, here's Blue Bloods."
Jag. I love it.
Somebody used to love. Was it Kerouac who loved Jag? Somebody loved Jag.
Probably.
All right. Sounds right.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm willing to believe it's true.
Right? It just feels good coming out of your mouth.
It just seems kind of on brand.
Yeah.
Mark it.
Number 4 on Disney Plus, the Mickey Mouse shorts.
Oh, they're fucking great.
They're wonderful. You probably are why am I going to turn on Mickey Mouse shorts on Disney Plus? They're wonderful. They're amazing. Excellent. And if you just put them on, you'll watch 30 of them as quickly as you watch one of them.
Now, are you talking about the old school ones or the new ones?
Oh, no, the new ones.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I like both of them, all the old school Yeah, the new ones.
You can't go wrong.
The Mickey's Runaway Railway at Disney's Hollywood Studios is based off of the new Mickey shorts, and it's
Dude, the one where
Gonzo.
Mickey puts Goofy in the dog show is so funny.
The one when Mickey and Goofy get shrunk down and go inside a Donald. It's amazing.
What about
The one
Potato
where-
Land? Potato Land.
When they go to Potato Land, and it's just fucking Idaho.
Yeah. Potato.
Okay, this sounds like you're just making it up and seeing if I believe it or not.
No,
they're
So
great.
good.
They are. I don't know if they still are, but they were on YouTube as well for free. They're so funny, and they I mean, they're great. They don't seem. They're not typically Disney at all.
No,
Like,
not at all.
They're like Warner Brothers cartoons with Disney characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a Christmas special. There's a Christmas special called Duck the Halls, where all the ducks, Daisy, Scrooge, Huey, Dewey, Louie, they're all going south, but Donald has never got to experience Christmas, so he insists on staying up north and slowly starts to die because ducks can't stay up north for Christmas.
Oh my god.
And they have to get Santa's sleigh and fly him to Florida before he dies.
It's so good.
Well, Jose
It's
was telling
so
me that
good.
they've got
I love them.
They've got new Looney Tunes shorts on HBO Max, which are some of them are like remakes of the old ones.
Yeah. Rehash.
Interesting.
I've seen a couple of those. They're also pretty good.
I'd be into that.
But I don't like. I never did. I don't now. I don't like yellow gloves on Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, right?
I don't like it.
I didn't even remember that Bugs Bunny had gloves when Jose was ranting about these yellow gloves.
That is the
Because
reaction
we
I
looked it up
just
to be
had.
sure, and they used to be white. They were just white.
Well, they were
You
yellow.
said you don't like yellow gloves on Bugs Bunny, and I was like, "What does Bugs Bunny have gloves? What does Bugs Bunny's hands look like?"
The old cartoons. His gloves were yellow, and for whatever reason, the redesign they're yellow again. I don't like it.
That's weird.
Can't say that I care for it.
No.
Number 3, one of my favorite shows of all time. On Hulu, you can watch every season of The Amazing Race.
Yeah, that's a good show.
The Amazing Race, you take teams of 2, and they have to race around the world, which will probably never happen again because of the pandemic. And, like, they have to compete in challenges and all these things as they go along. But some of these people that they have race around the world, like, there's one guy in one of the early seasons, they're in France, and he has to run up and get the clue and, like, tell them where to go for their next thing. And he comes back down to his girlfriend. He has failed miserably. He did not find the clue. He doesn't know what he needs to do. And she's like, "What do we got to do?" And he's like, "We got to go to Notre Dame." And so they drive to Notre Dame, and they get there, and there is nothing. And she's like, "I don't understand." And he just bursts into tears and is like, "I'm so sorry."
Oh.
So it's pretty great. It's a wonderful show.
I love that your specific call to the show is like, let me tell you about the time this guy broke himself in his spirit.
I will never forget that scene. Imagine, like, what did he think was going to happen when they got there? Like, he would just have somehow luckily picked, like, the one place in France that he needed to get to, and, like, everything would just work out. Like, and imagine the ride, like, just sitting in the car, like, you're in a taxi, and she's just like, "Okay, when we get there, like, we got to be quick. We're behind." And he's just like, "Uh-huh, yep. We definitely got to be quick when we get there." It's amazing. It's amazing. There was some dude from Survivor, Boston Rob. He was on The Amazing Race
Fucking
for one
Boston
season.
Rob.
Austin Rob. And he was like, they were all on this bus. Every team was on this bus. And he's like, "Hey, guys, everybody put in $5. We're going to bribe the bus driver to not open the back door. and only open the front door so that we can all get off the bus and the teams in the back can't get off the bus. And they're all like, okay, yeah. And they all give him $5. He doesn't put in any of his own money. He bribes the bus driver to not open the back door. And then he gets off first. I was like, that is amazing. Like, you just got every other team to pay the bus driver to let you off the bus first.
Man.
Remarkable.
Fucking
Like a real scumbag.
Globe-trotting the way we did, I felt like we were on The Amazing Race sometimes, me and Jose.
I bet.
Yeah, it was looking for clues where the next convention's going to be.
We've talked about it on the show before, but The 100 on Netflix. It's a CW show about a bunch of teenagers who everybody lives in space. Earth is destroyed. It's radioactive. Nobody can live on the planet anymore. Everybody lives up on this space station. They start to run out of air. They choose 100 convicts, like, children, like teenagers who've been convicted of some sort of crime, and they send them down to the planet to see if they die. And they have to form their own society, and, hilarity ensues.
Just super well done.
Australia, the show.
Basically.
I have absolutely confused the 100 and the 4400 before.
Probably. I mean, I can't say I blame you. It's very close.
The 144s?
The difference size is about 4,300 people. Give or take. The 100, they get sent down to Earth by, like, day 2. They're, like, the 77. So, you don't need to worry about it. It does not go well when you ask all of these criminals to form their own society.
Jesus.
And number 1, I've been watching it for the last week. Alias on Amazon Prime. It's great.
There you go.
Just a little bit of brown face.
Just that one scene of brown face. But she goes back to the Middle East a few times after that, and they don't paint her brown in those times. So
Good.
They definitely were like, this feels bad. We shouldn't do this.
Now, what does the lovely Mary Knight have to say on Discord, Jason?
My wife, number 6, she's got The Big Flower Fight on Netflix. We actually watched this together. She would turn this on while we were making dinner. It's a competition show in the style of the Great British Bake Off, but instead of baked goods, teams make giant sculptures out of flowers, and it's hosted by Nadja from What We Do in the Shadows. So that's kind of cool to see.
That sounds terrible.
It's interesting. Some of the gayest dudes I have ever seen in my life on that show, though. Surprise! Surprise! Thanks to somebody's HBO Max login. Mary's been watching a lot of the Studio Ghibli collection. I was like, is it?
I keep meaning to do that. I think
is it
the kid's probably at a really good age for that.
How do I pronounce it? Ghibli, Ghislaine?
Ghibli.
Ghislaine. Studio Ghislaine.
Studio Ghislaine.
She's been binging Studio Ghibli movies the past few weeks. She's already rewatched old favorites like Kiki's Delivery Service, Totoro, and Ponyo, and now I'm starting on some movies that I haven't seen. I heard the end theme song of Totoro playing across the house the other night, and it was a real catchy tune. I can't think of it now, but man, it was super catchy. Number 4, The Great on Hulu, a satirical show about Catherine the Great that is super vulgar and graphic. Lots of murder, sex, and violence. It was the very opulent costumes and sets of the era. It has the very opulent costumes and sets of the era, but is written like a modern comedy. Definitely not historically accurate. And I think Dakota Fanning's in that one? I'm not sure. She's watched a couple of these period piece type shows that I've walked in on, and I'm not sure if that's the one. Number 3, The Repair Shop on Netflix. It's
Elle Fanning, nice. Elle
Fanning, okay. British craftsmen and craftswomen restore antique family heirlooms. It's very soothing watching experts solve problems and make old things new again. Yeah, we watched one episode of The Repair Shop where they brought in an old grandfather clock that had been dead for years, and they, rehabbed it, got the inner workings working again, got the exterior...
Got them off the smack.
Yeah, and they were able to restore this grandfather clock. And they've all got nice Cockney accents, Gov, isn't it? Number 2, Norseman on Netflix. Season 3 comes out tomorrow. Another historical comedy that isn't quite as vulgar and graphic as The Great. It's more of a goofy comedy. It's filmed in Norway with a Norwegian cast, and they film each episode in both Norwegian and English. And it's kind of like they're Vikings, kind of.
Nor English?
Yeah.
But like goofy Vikings.
Yeah.
All right.
And then number 1, we've talked about this on the podcast before. It is The Incredible Dr. Pol on Disney+. A sweet old Dutch veterinarian fixes cute puppies, horses, cows, goats, pigs, and every other animal you can think of. Also, his wife is a bird turned human.
What?
Yeah, that's one of our favorite jokes, is his wife straight up looks like one night Dr. Pol was super lonely and he had this bird in a cage at the vet's office and he wished upon a star and the bird started to turn into a human but stopped like 75% of the way through.
God damn.
That's what Dr. Pol's wife looks like.
Well, now I gotta look her up.
Yeah. I can't prove that, but if you watch, you'll see what I mean. There are 16 seasons, so there's a lot to binge watch. Oh, you found her?
That fucking thing has 16 seasons?
Oh, yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. And that's the show where he's constantly putting his entire arm up vaginas and buttholes of cows and horses.
Oh, that's hilarious. Love it. Love it. What's Zero got on the Discord, Kelly?
All right, Zero's got first a specific shout out.
Specific
to
shout
upgrade. Yep, to upgrade. When I first saw the trailer, I thought this looks like a better Venom movie than Venom, and that's just not true. But it ended up being one of my all-time favorite sci-fi movies. Great fight scenes, great sci-fi world, great ending. It's only relegated to a shout out because I couldn't find it on any streaming service.
Well, thanks for saving me the time, Zero.
Yep. Now presented in the order I thought of them. Bad Times at the El Royale on HBO Max.
Nice.
If Drew Goddard was trying to make a Whedon movie with Cabin in the Woods, Bad Times was El Royale trying to be a Tarantino movie.
Wow.
From the casting to the music to the plot, it very much reminded me of early Tarantino, just not as violent. Thor Hemsworth also makes a fantastic cult leader.
Shit. How much that?
Yeah. Transformers Cyberverse on YouTube. Hot take: Cyberverse the modern Generation 1 fans have been crying for, even though most refuse to give it a chance. While it does start a bit slow, it quickly picks up and becomes one of the best Transformers cartoons since animated.
I will admit to having not watched that. Okay. I'll have to make it a point to do that.
Voice of a Distant Star on Crunchyroll. Before Makoto Shinkai became known with 5 centimeters per second and blew up with Your Name, he still made you feel all the emotions with Voices of a Distant Star. Only 25 minutes long, it tells the story of 2 friends who try to continue their friendship through texting light years apart.
Wow.
Yuru Yuri on Crunchyroll. Slice of life anime, you are a dime a dozen, but the humor of Yuru Yuri stands above them as much as Lucky Star does. It went largely ignored in the West, and it didn't even see much merchandise in Japan, but it was good enough to at least get 3 seasons.
All right.
Troll Hunters on Netflix. Guillermo del Toro's animated Netflix show was fun, cute, and told a great story. The spin-off sequel series, 3 Below, was great as well, and the 3rd series is coming out next month.
It really does look good.
And then finally, Final Space. Season 1 on TBS, Season 2 on Adult Swim.
What?
Created by Olan Rogers, it's a sci-fi comedy about an idiot trying to save the galaxy in the name of love, friendship, and cookies.
Okay. Hell
and that's Zero's list.
All right. What you got? Have you gone yet, Nice? I don't think you have you?
No.
What you got?
A shout out real quick to obviously Supermarket Sweep. We've been watching a lot of that on Netflix and Amazon. We're gonna run out of episodes of that pretty soon. But extra special shout out to, we talked about it a bunch on the show, but The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls documentary is now on U.S. Netflix. So if you missed it when it was airing on ESPN and you did not have a VPN, you can now watch it in full on Netflix. I'm probably going to do that about 90 times. My number 6. Mary and I just watched this on Hulu this past weekend. After Fred Willard died, we kind of went on a tear of watching a bunch of the Christopher Guest movies, Best in Show, Mighty Wind, stuff like that. And one of the ones that I didn't really hear about when it came out was For Your Consideration. And it's about this movie production, and it's all the same cast of characters from all those other movies. Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy, Harry Shearer, all of them. And as they're making this movie, they each individually start to get Oscar buzz. So they're kind of all competing against one another as they're trying to actually film this movie. But the absolute best segments from the movie are Fred Willard with a fucking dyed blonde faux hawk and Jane Lynch as like this Entertainment Tonight duo, and the show's called Hollywood Now, and they intercut every so often to kind of give you a little kind of update you on how the story's going, and they are just fantastic little segments. Absolutely love them. Oh, it's called For Your Consideration, by the way, if I didn't say that already.
Okay.
For Your Consideration on Hulu, directed by Christopher Guest. And, they got all the usual suspects in there. And really good. Really good. I completely missed it when it came out originally. I think it was in 2006, but we really enjoyed it. Number 5 is Have a Good Trip, Adventures in Psychedelics on Netflix. It's produced by Ben Stiller, and it's a documentary, and it's a bunch of celebrities. So Ben Stiller's in it, Sarah Silverman's in it, Carrie Fisher's in it, a whole list. Nick Offerman plays a scientist in it. But it's all these celebrities telling stories of their experiences with psychedelics, with acid, with mushrooms, so on and so forth. And like they animate the stories, or like they'll bring in actors and recreate, do reenactments of everybody's trips. Yeah, it's a real cool watch. Cool. Number 4 on YouTube. I've talked about this on the Discord. I've probably talked about it on the show before, but the Corridor Crew from Corridor Digital, their channel Corridor Crew, they do a bunch of visual effects artists react and stuntmen react to clips from movies, TV, and stuff like that. And it's some of the best reaction stuff on the internet. And you get to learn the behind the scenes of how they create these VFX or how they do these stunts, and they bring in actual stuntmen who worked on like the Marvel movies and shit like that. It's some cool stuff. Number 3, we watched this past weekend thanks to HBO Max. I really wanted to see it when it came out in theaters, but we just kind of missed it. Good Boys, which Seth Rogen produced, and it's about these.
How is that? They're good?
It's fucking great, you guys. Yeah. It's so fucking great.
Isn't that like super bad with the younger kids or something?
Yeah. It's like Super Bad or Booksmart, but with 3 6th grade boys. And the setup is essentially there's going to be a party, there's going to be kissing. These kids need to learn how to kiss. So they fucking get the dad. The dad is fucking Will Forte, and he's got this drone. But you're not supposed to touch the drone. But they use the drone to spy on the neighbors, and then they lose the drone, and it's all a setup for them to have this crazy adventure. And it's violent, and it's vulgar, and hilarious. The kid who played Jasper on Last Man on Earth is the standout because he's such a sweet boy. His mom is played by Retta from Parks and Recreation. It's phenomenal. I highly recommend Good Boys. So not exactly a hidden gem, but something that I had kind of forgotten about, and when I saw it on HBO Max, I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's throw down."
Oh yeah.
This one I've definitely talked about on the show before. My number 2 is Green Room, which is currently on Netflix. I saw I saw Green Room for the first time on a flight to or from India, and it's Anton Yelchin Imogen
That
Poots.
is a horrible movie for an airplane.
Yeah, it is.
Like, Jesus.
Oh, I watched it twice.
No. Like, I think just what a weird thing to have, like, for someone to accidentally catch a glimpse of.
Right.
I did watch Deadpool 2 on a plane.
Mm-hmm. I watched Trainwrecked on a plane once, and it's got a scene where fucking John Cena just steps in front of the camera with a bare ass.
Yeah, I watched Straight Outta Compton on the plane.
Yeah.
Unedited.
So yeah, Green Room, it's Anton Yelchin, Imogen Poots, Patrick Stewart's in there. It's basically this little punk band gets a gig at a fucking white supremacist bar, and some shit goes down, and they're basically being held hostage, and they gotta fight off these fucking Nazi pieces of shit, and Patrick Stewart is the head of the Nazis.
He's so great in it.
It's so good, but it's also so fucked up and violent, and not gonna leave you feeling good at the end of this one.
And it's like, and that's the one where there's really nothing about it that's like implausible.
No,
Right.
no, it's very like, oh, this could all happen.
Especially in this current climate, you know?
No shit.
Yeah.
And then my number one, I don't know if you guys have heard about this show. I'm not sure if we've talked about it on the podcast before.
Do it.
It's a little show you might not have
Don't
heard
do it.
of.
Don't do it.
But if you're interested in watching it, I would watch it ASAP.
Lee, mute Nice.
Don't do it.
His list is over. Mute him.
It might be leaving Netflix soon, but I highly suggest watching this little show called The Office on Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, you thought I was
They
going...
thought you were going to
Swerve.
Yep,
Everyone thought you were going hard.
I fucking got you. I got you so good.
I believe you guys.
We got it, Mahoney.
I knew you wouldn't have your list without The Office on there.
I did have Hoarding Buried Alive as like a shout out, but I figured it would be better to fucking throw the swerve at you dudes.
But yeah, because if you gave the shout out early, no one falls for it later.
So I don't watch it as much as I used to, but every so often I'll turn it on as we're going to bed. But it's so funny because the way the new bedroom is set up, the TV's on my side of the room in the corner, but when I get into bed and I'm trying to fall asleep, I sleep on my left-hand side, and I'm on the right side of the bed. So I turn on The Office, and I don't see a frame of it until I'm completely asleep. Well, I don't see it after I'm completely asleep either.
Then I see it in my dreams.
But I do see it in my head. I can see every fucking scene and everything going on.
That's how I watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen to it. It's like a radio play.
Sure is. There's a lot of cool stuff on HBO Max I wanted to mention, but just didn't make it on the list because, too much shit to do. But I really want to watch That Thing You Do. I fucking love that movie. The Wizard with Fred Savage is on there. Broken Arrow's on there.
Oh,
I watched Broken Arrow the other day.
So much good shit on HBO Max as far as movies go.
They got a lot. We just watched all the Harry Potters, and then kind of went through some of the stuff on there.
Oh, did you have Insomnia?
Did I have who?
Insomnia.
Well, I mean, not in a fucking row.
Nice thinks the Harry Potter movies put you to sleep.
Well, I mean, I didn't sit through each one of them. She watched all of them. I came in and out with the parts that sounded good.
After rewatching them, could you find any evidence that J.K. Rowling hates trans women?
Wasn't looking for it.
Nobody was. She just keeps shoving it in our faces.
Oh yeah, you didn't know, Jose? J.K. Rowling really hates trans women.
What's your
And then once in a while, she's like, just in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to, like, be J.K. Rowling and be like, like, we all agree that trans people are awful, right? And then have the room be like, no one agrees with you, and be like,
and then you just keep going with it.
Yeah, but then, like, to be like, no, guys, come on. Like, we all agree, right? Like, come on, let me convince you. Like, she'd, like, tripled down on it. She's a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've already established you can do great things and still be garbage.
That's
yeah,
right.
it's just odd to have it happen when they're like
still
like,
around.
It's so recent with her. Like social media has really like you find out that like Walt Disney was a racist, but like 60 years later when he's been dead for a while.
Yeah, and
you know,
everybody
and, like,
was a racist back then. Come on.
Yeah, like. You find out J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit like real quick because she's like loudly announcing it on her platform to be like, FYI, hey, you over there, turn around, I'm a piece of shit.
And everyone's like, please stop. And she's like, no.
Yeah, she's like, no, I will not.
Interesting stance on the old JK. And then she was like, oh, just JK, just JK.
JK. That's why they call me J.K. Rollins. Doesn't stand for my name. Just I'm always joking.
No, she's
I wish
super serious.
She's
Rowling.
not kidding.
Yeah,
she has never once implied that she was kidding. She is the complete opposite of kidding.
That's nuts. All right, Chris and Alan. I'm looking forward to this one. On the Discord says Crystal Lake Memories and Never Sleep Again, which are on Shudder. Documentaries about the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street franchises. Great for behind-the-scenes info, or if you just need something on in the background. Next up, Travel Man on Hulu. Richard Ayoade, Moss from the IT Crowd, travels with different comedians and actors to vacation spots around the world, showcasing sites, foods, and attractions.
That sounds cool.
That sounds pretty cool, yeah. Never heard of it. Bates Motel on Netflix, a retelling of Psycho starting at Norman's teen years. Vera Farmiga is the standout as Norma, and she is great in that show. She's great. Next up, Disenchantment on Netflix. Matt Groening's fantasy cartoon that most people didn't give a fair chance to. Parts 1 and 2 are streaming, with 3 on the way. I will admit to watching an episode of that and being like, I don't know. But I should give it another shot. Because
I watched a couple.
I got
Eric Andre's weird to me sometimes. I still don't know if I dig him or not.
He's weird to everybody. It's not just you, Jose. He's an
odd character.
He'll show you his dick at the drop of a hat.
I believe it.
Next up, To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. Julie Newmar is on Netflix, and I did not know that. That is a damn good time. She says an LGBTQ plus staple features Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo at drag queens on a road trip. That movie's a fucking trip. It's fun.
And every single
don't
one of
tell
them,
JK.
every single one of them looks pretty hot as women, but John Leguizamo straight up passes.
Yeah, straight up passes.
I don't know if that's not cool to say. Is that saying that someone?
No,
yeah, that's probably bad.
I think that's kind of the idea. Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, that's if you're doing the drag queen thing, you probably want to pass. That's kind of the idea. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Fucking John Leguizamo, man, dressing up as a woman in one movie, walking around on his fucking crouching in Spawn, and then walking around on his knees in Moulin Rouge.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. John Leguizamo is great, and he should be celebrated.
He is great.
Man's a treasure. Man is a treasure. Then she gives number one here, Sorority House Massacre on Prime. If you want a Halloween ripoff with more tits, this is your movie.
And I said, more tits, you say?
Like, say what?
Movies don't have tits like they used to.
They definitely don't.
I get it, but I also miss it.
It's a bygone era.
Because sometimes you want to see tits outside of, pulling up Pornhub. In your daily
you
media.
want to be surprised.
Right.
So yeah, definitely check that one out. And then she gets shouts out to Texas Chainsaw 3D on Hulu. She says, Lee's fave. Movie fucking is garbage. Candyman, which is on Netflix, and the original Child's Play on Netflix, with Boomerang to Child's Play 2019, which is on Hulu. Save yourself the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then she also points out that the sequel to Sorority House Massacre is superior. Now, whether or not that's because the movie is better or because it has more tits, she does not specify.
I believe she says the sequel is She says the sequel is superior, and then has an emoticon of a pig. So yeah, definitely more tits.
Ah,
because that's.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Duly noted. What you got, Jose?
All right. Some were already hit, and I didn't really have any like gems, but I did have some shit that I got caught up on.
Cool.
You guys ever hear of this show called Game of Thrones?
No, what's that?
It's all about
Thrones.
This chick who slowly she goes from being a savior to slowly turning into what she was going against, and just fucking burns it all down. Good shit. And Homeland. We've been watching Homeland, but now we're stuck on the last season and it's not out yet. Interesting.
Oh, Homeland.
Yeah.
Homeland.
Yeah, Homeland.
Yeah, you know Homeland.
We're the home of Homeboy. Number 5, Deadpool 2. Which was a blast.
You know what? That is an underrated. Nobody saw Deadpool 2. Jose. That's a good pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of
shout out.
It's gotten lost in the shuffle, I'd say.
Deadpool 2 is pretty great.
Yeah, Deadpool 2. Yeah, but like it came
Watch
out.
it on a plane.
I don't really remember like the same buzz about it as 1 got.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have the same like after effect.
Yeah, and you only saw it for the first time, what, 2 weeks ago?
Like 5 days ago.
There you go.
6. Shout out
Why
though
is no one
to
talking about Deadpool 2?
the what?
Why is no one talking about it? It's really good.
No, it is. But what I'm saying is, like when it came out, I don't remember there being a huge buzz about it like there was when 1 came out. That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean, where are you also getting your buzz from, Jose?
just the vibe. Just the vibe. I just didn't feel the same vibe. Shout out episodes 1 through 4 of Ozark. I'll be back for you. And fucking shout out to Archie. That
Fuck
show's
yeah.
wild,
Shout
y'all.
out to Archie.
Fuck yeah, Archie.
If you want to see 16-year-old kids get beat up in prison, threatened to be murdered, murder themselves, not murder themselves, but do murder them. Well, I mean, one of them kind of fighting bears. They playing some evil Dungeons and Dragons game, drinking some antifreeze. Shit's wild. Shit's wild in Riverdale, y'all.
Real quick, Deadpool 2 made $785 million in the box office.
God damn.
No buzz on that movie at all.
I mean, Deadpool 2 is basically the lawnmower movie of the 2020s. So,
shout out to Lawnmower Man.
No shout out. Back to the list. You guys ever watch Life in Pieces?
No.
No.
It's a comedy. I guess it's ending. The last season is about to come out, or just came out, or is coming out. It's
Way to put one on no one's heard of before. There you go. Way done. Way to go.
Tom Hanks's kids in it, and it's kind of Modern Family-ish, where it follows a large family, but they're in short, like 5-minute bursts of stories. So
pieces, you might say.
Yeah, of life. So it'll have like a little title. Yeah, Harry accidentally loses a nut, and then it's like a little 5-minute story of characters of the family that tells that little thing. But it's like 3 or 4 of them throughout the episode. So they're like little short bursts, and they're like in chronological order, but they're not always have to do with each other, but then they kind of roundabout do. Give it a shot. Pretty funny.
All right.
Number 3, the Jordan doc. That is the shit. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this guy called Michael Jordan. He used to play a little known sport, NBA.
Real hidden gem, that Michael Jordan.
Stands for National Basketball
Kid's
Association.
going places, I hear.
Give it a shot. It's fucking great. It is great. If you're a Bulls fans, if you're a basketball fans, if you're a '90s fan,
See, I think if you appreciate well put together documentaries, like you don't have to give a shit about any of the subject matter.
I will definitely, absolutely watch Tag and Meatball Machine 2 before I watch.
You should at least watch the Rodman episodes.
How about I cut up all the Rodman episodes into talks and we play them for Lee piece by piece?
I like it.
Hey, I'm down.
But they all have that point.
For sure.
Rodman's going to be like, and then Michael Jordan told me to guard Charles Barkley.
Rebounds. My number one, Bates Motel. I think that is one of my favorite fucking shows. Definitely my favorite movie adapted show. They just do a brilliant job of tying everything in. They show, you know, it starts, he's got an issue, but they show him splintering into the other personality where the mom starts to take over, and they go into why and the how, and the mom's fucked up, but she is great. She makes that fucking show. She's the best.
There are times in that show kind of towards the end where you're like, you don't really know if it's her or if it's his vision of her sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very good. Yeah.
And
shout out to Nestor Carbonell's fantastic eyeliner in that show.
Yeah, that's just his gimmick, huh? Or is he just naturally glowing?
No,
like
that's natural.
Yeah, apparently it's natural. He says it's natural. Gotta say, don't know if I believe it, but like, don't know enough about it to dispute it.
Are you going to question Batman? Well,
like, who am I to say that it's not natural?
Yeah, and he's fucking great in that too. Batman Well is really fucking, like, everybody's really good in it. We're on the 2 or 3 episodes in of the last season where they flashed forward in the time. No spoiler alerts.
You said that when you're done, you were wanting to watch the actual movie Psycho, but No Names isn't big on black and white movies. So I was like, you should watch the fucking Vince Vaughn version.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's the same fucking movie. He just jerks off.
Which Bates had a little jerky jerk scene. And
jerk.
And then his mom calls him on the phone. He's like, yeah.
He's like, I don't know if I need to finish or not. Let me take this call.
Splat.
Oh, that's gonna mess me up for the rest of my life.
Oh shit, I forgot one. I skipped over one. Number 2, because number 1 was Bates Motel. If you love music and you're looking to follow a cool guy who does video essays on YouTube, Polyphonic is pretty.
Yeah, it's good
stuff. They do what?
Pretty fun. Polyphonic is the name of the YouTube channel, and he just does music essays. Picks a subject, deep dives into the meaning of a song, how the song was put together, goes into lyrics, goes into beat structure, goes into backstory of artists, backstories of songs, ties in, songs of artists of 100 years, just all kinds of cool subjects. And everything from Led Zeppelin to Kanye West. He just put out a bunch of Pink Floyd essays. He did a whole thing on. He broke down each song off of Dark Side of the Moon, and did an essay on each song. And the videos range anywhere from 4 to 15 minutes. Good content, good shit. Well put together.
The Dark Side of the Moon shit sounds exhausting.
Lee hates Pink Floyd.
Yeah, the lady's not big on Pink Floyd either.
Listen to some guy going in depth about every song on Dark Side of the Moon makes you want to open up a fucking vein.
I wasn't big into Pink Floyd myself, but I tell you what, taking some mushrooms and looking at the ceiling in a hotel room at the fucking Hyatt in Rosemont while Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz plays in the background, I got Pink Floyd right then.
It finds you. It's not for everybody, but it finds you.
It's got nowhere to look, man.
Sometimes you just gotta watch the ceiling move.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Ever seen
All
a
right, take us
building
home,
breathe?
guys. What's Eric Magnus got to say on the Discord?
All right. I don't have much of a top 6 this week since this pandemic. I thought I'd have time and rebought a PlayStation 4 and Switch, but I've been working more and haven't had time to watch anything.
Wow, that's some bullshit, man.
A few episodes of My Hero Academia before the pandemic. I watched the whole series except the last few episodes of Season 4, which I finished, and I did watch Heroes Rising this morning. Damn, that was good.
That was good.
Yeah, that movie rules.
If I could, I'd finish One Punch Man, Harley Quinn, Doom Patrol. I have HBO Max, Hulu, Disney Plus, DC Universe, and a couple of anime apps from the App Store, and I don't have time to watch any of them shits. And then he finishes with, I was going to mention Pornhub and X-Hamster, but if I did, you guys would never trust me again for who I'd mention.
My man said X-Hamster.
High five.
God damn.
You gotta go where the content
And
is.
then Zero says, I mean, for the sake of science, you should probably mention them anyhow.
You know what you gotta get? A shower tablet.
Yeah, there you go. You are a man primed for a shower tablet.
Mahoney, I think at this point, since you've been pushing the shower tablet for years, it seems now, like you need to actually market a shower tablet. Like, don't let Amazon or Samsung or Apple like get the money from the shower tablet idea.
Well, money is like an infomercial. It's just him going, all right, first you buy a shitty tablet from like Amazon just in case anything happens to it.
No, you don't tell them that.
Then you get
No,
this
Kelly. They buy their tablet from me.
Yes.
Which is a shitty tablet I bought off of Amazon.
Yes. And it has a case on it that's waterproof and it doesn't fog up. And
Oh, let me tell you.
Basket.
That case is not waterproof.
Well, hey, shut up.
Waterproof case, and in the small print, it's like, maybe.
Don't tell them that. I'm trying to make you $1 billion. And then it
I'll
comes
throw
with
in a basket.
It also comes with a Bluetooth speaker so that you could have surround sound.
Oh, no. You wear an earpiece. It's like you haven't even been paying attention.
I never pictured you with an earpiece.
Otherwise, I'll just hear it over the rushing water of the shower.
Exactly. When it comes time to like wash your hair and you have to switch to just the regular volume, it's a little difficult.
Okay,
so you
that-
do
Use
that
that
lap.
little speaker.
That makes
Use that.
sense.
Isn't
Yeah,
the
it's a shower
earpiece
speaker.
like not safe?
Well, here's my thought. How much electricity could possibly be in one single earbud?
When your head explodes, I guess we'll find out.
The best thing about Mahoney pushing the idea of the shower tablet is every time he talks about it, I just picture him naked.
No, Mahoney wears shorts in the shower.
Yeah. We find out Mahoney's a never nude.
I'm just fully dressed. I'm realizing now, Kelly. So, one aspect of this might be, like, when I'm in the shower, there is no water near my head. Like, I have to place my head into the water because it's hitting, like, on my chest.
I mean, yeah.
My height may play a role in why this is safe for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be so your shower tablet is gonna come with like a cardboard cutout. It's like you must be this tall to use. Otherwise, not responsible for damages and or death or dismemberment.
Well, coming soon to the Panels on Pages store, buy a shower tablet.
Buy a shower tablet. I'll come to your house. We'll hop on in, and I'll teach you how to use it.
Yes. Yeah.
Mahoney will sign it for you too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk comic books. Get the fuck out of here. It's getting late.
All right.
4-hour show. Yep.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
All right, so I read some shit. It's pretty good. I've been very ruthless lately in like not reading shit I don't like anymore. Because I got no time for this fucking nonsense. In a post-pandemic world, when I don't have any fucking free time myself during the day because the kids are at home, I gotta be more selective. So no more bullshit. Right? I'm dropping shit left and right. So I got real annoyed when I fucking got tricked into checking out this Empire nonsense because it feels like it's unearned, man. It's just a fucking dumb event comic for no reason at all, and it annoyed me because like I haven't been reading Fantastic Four, but I have been reading Avengers. You know what they haven't been doing in Avengers? Hanging out with fucking plant dudes.
Yeah, and you know what book doesn't tie in with Empire? Avengers.
Not at all. Yeah, and that's because that book is really freaking great right now.
Yeah,
and they're like, no, we're not going to derail it for your dumb fucking plant guy story. And I mean, it's not even really an indictment of this story. It's fine. It just feels unearned. It feels like there's no stakes for as much as because they're like, hey, we got a magic stick that makes Jen Walter, the Hulk. She's like not a Hulk anymore. She's got her brains and stuff. Like, well, who are you? What is this stick? And why have you done this? Like, it doesn't. There's no. None of it feels earned. And there is a way to do a story like this and have it feel earned, and they just didn't bother, apparently. And then you get to the end, and you're like, oh, there's 71 tie-ins. Like, how about you fuck yourself? There is no way.
So many tie-ins.
Like, there's so many tie-ins. Like, it's like, do you guys not get the memo? Like, shit's fucked. This is too much. Too much nonsense. Like, come on, scale it back a little bit, guys. I did also read Negan Lives, which is pretty cool. Little Negan one-shot. Takes place between the last time we see him in the story, the Walking Dead story, and then the kind of little nod he gets in the final issues at his house. So that's kind of cool. I like Negan. Good villain. Good, very enjoyable. But all that's great. Whatever. Dark Knight's Death Metal was cool. Kelly talked about that a little bit last week. It is just Scott Snyder writing wild shit for Greg Capullo to draw. Like you're totally right, Kelly. That's what the hell it is. Like
yeah,
like that's exactly what that is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's not at all. Now I mean, if Greg Capullo was my buddy, I would do the same thing. And be like, hey, want to draw this fun shit? And then including like they do have a little piece at the back where they kind of have like an excerpt of like the script. And it's basically like, yeah, he kind of describes a handful of the Batmans and some of the evil Alfreds or whatever. And he's like, yeah, man, like, go nuts. It's just gotta be spooky and fun. Like, have a ball, basically, is like the notes in the script. So, doing the Lord's work over there. But, Kelly.
Yes.
I read Firepower.
Nice.
It's great.
Yeah.
Like, it's really fucking good. At the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is just Iron Fist. And they're like, oh, wait, it's actually not Iron Fist at all. It's very much not Iron Fist. And then they unpack and dump, like, so much of the mythos. And they do so much world building in this. You're like, holy shit, this is the beginning? Like, this is just the prelude?
Yeah.
Like, because, those early...
Like, this wasn't even going to come out initially. This was just going to be, like, maybe an occasional flashback in the book.
Yeah, it's wild because I couldn't get super into Invincible because I didn't really care for the pacing of it. And Walking Dead was okay, but there would be a lot of time when shit just wouldn't happen, in like an individual issue to the point where I feel like you kind of had to read Walking Dead in trade. Like, this thing just moves. It moves and moves and moves. And they're like, hey, is there really a dragon in there? And the old man is like, well, the guy that stands outside of that door is called the Dragon Guards. I feel like the existence of the dragon inside is heavily implied. That old man is awesome.
That guy rules.
Yeah, all the characters are cool. Somni's art looks great. Speaks volumes of how good he is when you can have a cast of just predominantly bald characters, and you never have to worry about not knowing who is who. He's great, man. And then they're like, oh yeah, cool. Hope you liked all this. Now it's 15 years later where the fuck it was. It's like, what the hell? Yeah. Like,
big old time jump.
It was great. You were Totally right, Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly tells you to read a comic book. God damn it, you read that comic book. Okay, that's all I got. What you got?
Dangerous words.
You read the comics and you watch the movies on Prime Video. So watch
Lee, you know what I'm going to recommend right
what
now?
you got?
Snake Eyes Dead Game.
No shit. Okay.
Written, drawn by the Rob. You want to see Snake Eyes fight a giant mummy?
So like G.I. Joe Snake Eyes as written and drawn by the Rob?
Fuck yeah.
Oh boy.
He fights a big old dumb mummy.
I mean, I'm not going to say that doesn't sound like fun, because it sure the hell does.
And the mummy's like, Snake Eyes, I'll come back for you next time. And he and the Joes are like, gonna go fight that mummy again. And he has to go on a rescue mission. And he finds the original G.I. Joe. And, he does Snake Eyes stuff. And it sure does look like it was drawn by the Rob.
It sounds very Rob-esque.
I love it. I loved every page of it.
Does the original G.I. Joe look like Bruce Willis?
Not far off.
Nice.
But yeah,
That's my only question.
Snake Eyes Dead Game is if you say, hey, I think I would like a Rob Liefeld written and drawn Snake Eyes comic, then you'll probably like a Rob Liefeld written and drawn Snake Eyes comic. If
So
you
what
say,
you're saying is it's not for everyone.
yeah, if you say, I don't think I'll like this Rob Liefeld written and drawn Snake Eyes comic, you're not gonna like it. You go into that comic knowing if you're going to like it or not.
It is Echo Chamber, the comic book.
Yes. And I went into that comic knowing I was going to love it.
Nice.
Huh. All right. I'm not going to say I'm not going to read it because it's piquing my interest.
Tell him he has to read it, Kelly.
Lee, you got to read it.
All right. Put on the list.
Rob makes quite a mummy. A big Arashikage mummy.
All right. All right.
Guys, Rob's the best. I still say you rank the original image creators. The Rob's number one on my list. No one has brought me more joy. Good or bad.
Dev's got some staying power. You're right about that.
Yeah.
You got anything else we're talking about?
No.
I mean, when you got one that good, that's all you need, I guess.
Yeah, no, that was and Power Rangers is cool.
Yeah, it really was. Really
I mean, that's pretty much all you really with Power Rangers. It's like, yeah, it's fucking great.
It's always good. It's better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
You know. It's just gonna keep getting better.
Yep. Just gonna keep on trucking. Now there's gonna be two of them.
Yep, they're gonna be real good.
And Power Rangers.
Rock solid. Anything we're talking about, nice?
Well, we didn't mention what we're gonna do next week for our top 6.
Oh, fucking duh. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do top 6 movie soundtracks. So
I like this. This would be cool.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Juggalo John has suggested this in the past, but I kind of waved him off because it's hard to do a music topic without playing music and then, fucking demonetized. But then Kristen recently resuggested it, so we'll fucking go for it. Yeah, we had a good time talking about the Spawn soundtrack last week or a couple weeks ago, so should be some good varied lists.
Yeah, I dig it. We listen to the will of the people. So, you're welcome, everybody. What you got, Jose?
No comics, but the Ghost Recon game was reworked. The one that stars John Bernthal as the main villain.
Ooh.
Oh, no shit.
So, Breakpoint is the name of it.
Did not know that was a thing.
So, I'm giving that a shot. I will report back, though.
Hell yeah.
Will report back. But it was on sale for $14. I'll pay $14 for a game.
Scott Mahoney.
Kelly, how close are you to Canada?
I don't know. It's a distance.
Did you know that in Canada, as a way to reduce transmission of COVID, they're recommending glory holes?
Oh.
What?
Are they letting us in?
I think it through. I mean, you might have to make a break for it.
Yeah, travel is currently restricted to this destination.
I ain't getting cracked for illegal immigration because of glory holes.
So what's
they're on horses, Kelly? You just
that would-
run right past.
That would be on my permanent record for the rest of my life.
I saw Zero posted this link in Discord about the glory holes, and I clicked on it, and my computer was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you really want to click on this? And I was like, no, I do not. So give us the cliff notes.
What's there to click on other than the headline? The headline is, go to Canada. There's sucking dicks to keep you safe from COVID. And hey, you know what? You're on the other side of that glory hole. Who knows what's happening?
Just truckers having a good old time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still a possibility as someone's going, that they'll go,
yeah, but your mouth is so far away.
yeah, but you've got it on you now. You might have gotten COVID in your pee hole.
Maybe.
Well, I'm done with this conversation.
Didn't you call it pee hole?
I think that is...
Lee, would you rather get one COVID in the pee hole or a bunch of COVID in the pee hole?
Thanks for sending in your top 6 of this week.
Spit directly into my asshole.
Mahoney, Lee, if someone with COVID was like, look, I'm either going to suck your dick or eat your ass, which would you like?
Dick.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's the
Dick.
Yeah, because they've
No,
said, they've told us, I think Dr. Fauci said, hey, don't eat ass, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like I'm safe. Like, if I just don't touch my dick or wash my hands after I touch it, I think I'm good.
Just wash your dick.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, take a shower after you're done having sex with somebody
just
with
take it over
COVID.
the sink.
Yeah.
I meant to mention earlier.
You're in a bathroom. You're going to take a horse bath.
This is not me in an effort to move away from this as fast as possible. But I forgot to mention earlier, kudos to everybody. Not this. There probably is less overlap on this week's top 6s than any we've ever done before. So
Yeah.
very wide range list. I loved it.
So we should kind of aim for topics like this in the future, kind of like a hidden gems theme.
Yeah, I dig it. I like it a lot. It's cool. Dig it. All right, so we're talking about soundtracks next week. Join us for that. It'll be a good time.
In between glory hole blowies, you should replace the duct tape around the hole.
9 p.m. Central.
I think
We just blew past that one.
if you sterilize it, I think it's fine. Wipe it down.
Discord at discord.panelsonpages.com.
Wipe it down with a Clorox wipe, and it's good.
4.
You think you could get chemical burns on your dick from that Clorox, though?
Yeah, we gotta
Not
let
if
it
you
dry.
go quick enough.
I and the Reverend Leo Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Lee's in a real rush to get to Canada, you guys.
Good night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this? Do you mind if I this?
Fucking Google something.
Do you mind if I this?
Holy shit.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
I didn't want to say it.
Do you mind if I this?
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch. That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.